Hello. I know it's 8 a.m. Here we go, guys. Here's what you're coming here probably to see. Looks like good morning. Literally just got this. He was just it was just updated right this second. As soon as I got it, I came on to let you guys know. I signed up for notifications for any changes in his status. And this was just, he was bonded out. Yeah, I figured he would buy bonded out overnight. That's what I was saying, because I don't know. We should try to call him. Actually, he's probably tired. I don't know. How the hell does this happen? Don is a foolish man. Hey, Jude. Michelle Meyer says, damn it, this sucks. Call him, it's my birthday. Doesn't even make sense. Yeah, he had a bond. Guys. $5,750. And I bet that whoever bonded him out only had to pay 10%. It's just saying an emergency, call 911. That's just it's just a text message. People sign up for notifications, like if, for various reasons. And sometimes they might be in a domestic violence situation where they want to know when somebody's released that's dangerous to them. So that's why it says, I'm guessing why it mentions like, an emergency, call 911. It's just a generic message. This is something I signed up for notifications through VineLink. As you see, www.vinelink.com. I signed up for notifications of any changes in his status. And I just literally, as you see, 7:59 a.m. got this text. It's 8:04 a.m. So this has been updated as of 5 minutes ago. Well, just in case, the person is a dangerous, like I said, I'm sure you wrote that after or before I said what I did about, I get notifications about an ex of mine from a long time ago. I was in a very dangerous relationship at one point. And I get notifications because he can't seem to keep himself out of, being locked up either. So yeah. That's just for, people who have had like I mentioned, maybe somebody assaulted them and they want to know when the minute somebody's released. So this is just a notification. It's just a generic. They say that with every notification. No, he cannot what, Todd? What's that mean? No, he cannot. What was he arrested for? Well, he was arrested for driving under the influence, open container, expired registration, improper lane usage, and in violation of financial responsibility, which I guess means violation of financial responsibility means insurance. So he didn't have insurance. He didn't have correct registration. He was driving drunk. He opened container. His bond was $5,750. And I'm pretty sure they do the 10% thing. If you go through a bondsman, you only have to pay 10% if you'll sign and guarantee that this person will show up for court. So, yeah, I'm guessing he'll probably have to do some time. I don't know. I mean, is this his third strike with the DUI? I mean, I don't remember seeing a DUI in his record, but I don't know. It does sound like child support, but I heard that it is actually and failure of carrying insurance. Candace had to go to the hospital. Is she still in there? Is she all right? Yeah, 570 or 575, but I think, yeah, because it was 750 and 5,000. So 5,750, 10%, 575. But anyways, same difference, just $5, same difference. Can I try to call? I can try to call. I can't imagine, or maybe I could text him and be like, "Hey, do you want to come up and talk about?" Hey, Q. Thank you. Join our members only Discord. The link's on the community tab. Let's see. Has he had DUIs before? I don't remember. Let me look real quick. I don't know if I'm gonna show his record because I don't know. Is that bad to show somebody's record? Yeah, I don't know if I should show his record. I have before, I think, but then I was like, I get why people thought it was kind of. I'll read it to you guys. Let's see here. So, and this is just through a, oh yeah, I was going to text him and see if he wanted to come on. I'm guessing. Should I say, hey, your peep, everybody wants to know how it was like in the slammer? Should I joke like that? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, hold on. I'll look up his. But also remember, not always these paid sites, like I have a subscription to one of them, also know that they're not always exactly accurate. A lot of times they're missing some things, or sometimes things are put twice. You have to be careful to pay attention to. WZ2A. I'm gonna try texting him first. Maybe he might call. I sent him a link to join. Let me make sure I okay. Yeah, he has to be convicted first. You're right. But I don't remember seeing DUIs on his record. Is he still on probation from the DV? Well, if he was, he would have a hold, I would think. So I'm guessing he's not on probation for anything since he was able to get bond out. Unless he was able to see do they have court in the middle of the night? and the judge decided to take the hold off. And he's had a bond for several hours, which was weird. They work fast there. But didn't they drop those? It doesn't make sense to me. How usually, how I've always seen it work is if the victim like wants to drop charges, most of the time the state picks them up, like usually like every time. Also, I want to know why when Don Wells came home drunk and the cops saw him driving. I'm talking about last year and the same month. Oh, whoa. Is this the anniversary of his last arrest? It was October of last year, his last arrest. So what date in October, I wonder? This one was on the 31st. So which one was it? What was it last year? But anyways, why didn't he get a DUI last year? They didn't convict him or even charge him of a DUI. Well, I guess I could say they might have charged him, but they didn't convict him. 10-14. Like 10-15. So almost a year though. But why was all those charges dropped for him like last year? I remember him saying he had to do community service. It just doesn't make sense. Like, they don't do that these days. They don't drop. Like, even if the victim drops the charges, the state still picks it up. Right, exactly. DUI does not necessarily mean alcohol. And he didn't blow. I'm going by hearsay on this, but it makes sense because somebody said he had to go to the hospital, get his blood taken because he wanted to do the breathalyzer. And so they took him to the hospital. Well, he probably should have done the breathalyzer because I'm guessing he had probably had other substances in his system. So now he's going to get a DUI for other substances too, if he has any other in his system besides just the alcohol. But it looks like it's just one count of DUI, so it looks like it would be just one substance. I don't know if they can give you, like, let's say you have cocaine in your system and alcohol. Can they give you 2 counts of DUI for one instance? You know what I mean? For one for the alcohol, one for the coke. But how do they prove that those substances have been taken recently? Cocaine only stays in your system for a few days, but still, like, how do they know that cocaine was done right before the driving? So I don't know how all that shit works. Separate. Yep, he was drinking on panel, got pulled over. Yeah, like weed. How do they know weed was? I'm guessing weed was in his system, I would guess, but. Well, we're talking about it because he just was released, Art at the Heart. He hasn't texted me back, but I'm sure he's probably not even home yet. If this is updated automatically, it was at 7:59 a.m. It's only been like 15 minutes since I got this text. So, like, he's probably not even home yet. Oh, if it's drugs, it's DUID. He was booked at, well, they have him booked at, it was just like right past midnight, but I don't know exactly when he got pulled over. I know it was during Doug's live, but I don't remember what exact time. It was right after midnight it was like 12:15 or something Eastern Standard Time when it was put in the system. But I don't know how they determine. I think it means booked into jail, probably. So just after midnight is the time he got pulled over. I haven't called him or anything, Diana. I just text him. That's why I text him, because I feel like he's probably not really going to want to come on, because just dealing with that, he's probably, tired. So that's why I just text him the link just in case. I don't think I'm going to call him, but I don't think I'm going to anyways. I think a text is enough if he wants to. He's fine with his wife on the phone when he was stopped. Candace wasn't in the car. Huh. She wasn't in the vehicle? I thought that's the whole point of the drive, was to take Candace to the hospital. I know, right, Bex? Oh, it's great. Yeah, the same night too, right, Bex? She says Benny must be seething mad after saying Don would not talk to anyone but him. Yeah, Benny was just bragging on his live just yesterday that Don was only made an agreement with him that he was only going to come on his panel because, Benny wants to monopolize him. If there's the truer words have not, that monopolize word was said by Prayer Garden, but man, I think that is so correct. She was definitely right about that, at least. That these, Benny and Cher were trying to monopolize him. And it's funny because Benny was just bragging on his live yesterday that he would never be on Doug's, ever, ever, ever. And then he said he will never be on Ziggy's. And if he is, what did he say? I don't know what he was saying, but he was for sure adamant that Don was never going to be on Doug's. And it was funny because the same day, Don goes on Doug's panel. It must have been a big FU to Benny. He said, these people, you can't control other people, guys. It doesn't, especially when your intentions are not pure, when your intentions are to try to monopolize a man for yourself, to get all the views and all the money for yourself, it usually doesn't work out very well when your intentions are not pure. Oh, shoot. Sorry, I rewatched the live. So, Don said H was on phone fight. Don said he was on the phone fighting with his wife. I'm not thinking she was in the car. Love you, Ziggy and Sixters. Oh, thank you, Angie. I rewatched the live. Sounded like Don said he was on the phone fighting with his wife. I'm not thinking she was in the car. Oh. So where did this whole, he was taking her to the hospital because she was having an anxiety attack because Don would not get off the live? Where did that come from? Go to WJHL. Okay, I'll look. Is it a new article? Is there a new article? I saw the one where he was arrested. WJHL. WJHL. It's a new one. Articles oh shoot. The article's titled "A Stupid Decision." Wells family releases statement after father of Summer Wells arrested on DUI charge. Okay, so how do I get? Oh, I don't really want to watch it. Hold on. well, let's skip that. Okay, we'll play this real quick. Unless there's an article. Is there an article? Let me see an article, because they've been striking people for stupid stuff. Here it is, I think. Is it just a video? Let me see what you guys are saying. Doug, when he got pulled over and the cop told him to get off the phone. It says there was multiple charges. Yes, there was. I guess she was having a panic attack, supposedly, because she was upset, freaking out probably that Dawn was going to, slip up and say something about Summer. Like, what happened to her or something? So maybe Candace was like, oh my God, we're going to get arrested. We're going to get arrested. And having a panic attack because she's freaking out because Don won't shut up. And he's going on all these channels or whatever, which is great. If they didn't do anything wrong, why would you worry? There's no reason to. So, and that's another thing. Why is Benny and these people trying to shut him down on other channels? Like, why? If he didn't do anything wrong, it's fine. But anyway, supposedly Candace was having a panic attack because he wouldn't get off alive, Jennifer. And he was like, and she was just like freaking out. So I guess he was taken to the hospital because of the anxiety attack, but he ended up being pulled over. But now I'm like getting, Candace was pissed that Doug was talking to Chris McDonough. Yeah. So I wonder if she was in the car. The website says he was going to buy cigarettes. Yep, it does. You're right. Thank you, Foggy Morn. Doug is a clown, but in a good way, I feel like. Just my opinion, though. I hope Chasing goes live so she will watch something and not just listen to herself talk about what we already know, SMH. Is that towards me or Chasing Truth? All right. Hey, Levid. Candace is a loose cannon. How do you guys know that she was hitting him? Dude, isn't Don related to the sheriff? Wouldn't that be the first major clue? People in high places equals Freemasons, the fraternity. Another interesting thing. Why is the commissioner, should show you guys that too. The Hawkins County commissioner that many people have mentioned. He's also in many pictures at the visuals together and, with Dawn and stuff. It's really weird. You could see her slapping him and throwing stuff at him 2 nights in a row. Wow. Y'all need to watch the whole live to understand what happened. Yeah. They said they released the car to a family member, but I can't believe that would be Candace because she was drunk throwing things at him. She was drunker than him. I watched it. So maybe it is Grandis. Maybe she's still home. That would sure debunk the whole theory that Grandis was at home for only 3 days and left, right? He was shocked when he got on that live with Doug. And Josh, I don't think he looked shocked that Chris McDonough was sitting right there. He was like, whoa, 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 whoa. He was like, didn't know what to do. He was just panic attack. They had no cigarettes, no panic attack over not having the kids, and Summer POS, both of them, right, Betty Boop? Sam was on the live and Candace was mad. Yes. So anybody just joining, I haven't changed the screen yet. I know that people are wanting me to play a WHL article. I was hoping it wasn't a video, but I guess it is a video. I thought it was going to be an article. Anyways, Don was released. Somebody paid his bond. His, I'm sure, I would almost bet money on it that people gave Candace money to bail him out of jail. When I say people, I mean like, some of these kiss-ass followers, as I like to call them, Here, we'll go and play this. What is Doug's channel? Hold on. Go to that for you. No thanks. It's his channel. And he's always been really nice to me, both him and Josh. That's no thanks channel, or Doug. Doug probably bonded him out. You think so? I don't. I think so. Whoever bonded him out had to be there. Yeah, whoever bonded him out has to be there to sign the bond, right? Or sign the paperwork. But, somebody could have gave Candace money. Happy Halloween. Look at he gives Candace he beats her a lot. You can tell he looks at her. He gives her the eyes, like, when he was on live with Doug and Josh and Chris, he just gave her these eyes, like, shut the fuck up eyes. Reverend Don and Miss Candace just made collection from the congregation. Hey, Amy, are you the one? Did you email me and ask me to call you? I had an email from an Amy, but I put my Google Voice number in the Discord, the mods tab. So now you can get a hold of me if you need to. I pinned it to the top of the mod chat. Yes, he did. Toxic on every level. The more I see, the more fingers point at her. Thanks, Ziggy. You are superb. Thank you. I'm trying to get way back at. I have some things I'll probably have a live tonight because I think I'm going to be releasing some things. I think. Hope sometime this, at least, if not tonight, then definitely sometime this coming week, there'll probably be some people coming out with some information. Fingers crossed. Friend of Candace sounded like she was there. She might have drove the vehicle home. Yeah. Hey, NT's apple bottom jeans. Hey, Happy. I know we should give Dawn a hard time for drinking on the Sabbath like that, getting drunk on the Sabbath. What are you talking about? Is this a joke? When did I say that? What? Did I say that Dawn beats Candace? Are you sure I wasn't reading a comment? How about you stop making stuff up and stop, spreading misinformation? Because that is not at all what I said. I said he gave her those eyes, like shut the fuck up eyes. Yeah, I read it. Thank you, Trinda. Thank you, Seagate. See, Diana, you always have these like snide remarks and stuff, and you're always wrong. I'm not saying always wrong, but when you react without thinking, that's what happens. Yeah, I read a comment. Thank you. Diana Warren bailed him out. Doug and Josh also had Mary on last night after the rest part. Talked about her YouTube channel. Aw. Oh, is Dana his cousin? Is that true? Yes, this Diana Warren says she bonded Don out in the comments, and she says she is his cousin. Oh my God. Why? See, this is what happened. This is why Don is the way he is. People have bonded him out and bailed him out his whole life or made excuses for him. Tennessee Truth that I pay his bond. It is a shit show. Yeah, I know. And it is here on my channel too, a lot. I can admit that. Hey, Sharon. Yeah, I saw the statement too. You're a joke, Ziggy. Yeah, enablers look right one after another. As these folks don't listen, bless your heart, I couldn't with them. Yeah, it can be, it's just, I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to just be like assholes, and I get it. Whatever. His channel's no thanks. Violence before play. Diane Warren has a lot to say. Because I give everybody a chance to talk here. Just because somebody comes on panel does not mean I agree with them. Trust me. I've had many people on panel I do not agree with. Not just Dawn. I mean, and do I really? I guess I bash him a little bit, but it's just because of his bad decisions and behavior. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. It's just people, I mean, I get we all make mistakes and stuff like that. Trust, I do. But it's just that these people make these mistakes all like nonstop. I've had a DUI before. I had a DUI in 2007, but I've never. So I'm not perfect at all. But I was young, and I was very young. Not that it's excuse or anything, but you usually learn from those things and you don't do it again. I actually don't drink anymore at all. I don't do anything. I don't even smoke weed or nothing. Not saying I won't ever smoke weed in sometime like in the future, but I haven't for years. Haven't drank. Last time I had even one drink has been a few years ago. It's just, it makes me so sick anymore. I think it's because, when I was in my 20s, I partied a lot and stuff. And it's just, I can't handle alcohol. Like, I don't know how people drink like every day like that. I guess, I don't know. A lot of people are able to do it though. Recap what's going on. Dawn was released about 35 minutes ago. Do you leave campus, call cops? This is just a text message. So when you sign up for notifications about somebody, this is on that Vine Link app or website. I didn't, there's probably an app too, but I just used the regular website. And I looked them up there on Vine Link, and you can sign up for notifications. And so this is what came through about a little over 35 minutes ago, that he was released. He was bonded out. And so it says an emergency, call 911. That's what it's just a generic statement that it says on every notification, because a lot of times people sign up for these notifications because they're scared of the person. They're scared when they get out, like if they were assaulted by the person, or if it was a domestic violence situation. That way, they're warned that the person is out. And then it just says, if you have any, basically it's like if you have any issues, or this person, whatever, it's just generic statement to call 911. Yeah. And I don't, you know what? I definitely don't have a problem with people drinking or smoking weed at all. Actually, it's just, you know, it's just, I'm just seeing a pattern here with these people. That's it. That they tend to not learn from mistakes, especially Don. And there's a reason for this, is because there's so many people to make excuses for him. And it's not just like people who are following this case and stuff that tend to have like latched onto him. It's, family members too. Like Maria said, his dad has his whole life. And if this Diana in the comments is really his family, that's another one. I mean, that's just an example, and no shade to her at all. I'm just saying it's enabling behavior. And that's how I was. Let me tell you guys, in my 20s, I was a partier. Bad. Like real bad. And my parents, I got tough love. If I didn't have tough love, I don't know if I would have ever changed. So that's why I'm just now getting my degree and stuff like that. I've been for the past few years working towards it. I'm only 20 some credits away from bachelor's. I have my associates, but anyways, I should have had that long ago. And I did go to college long ago on campus to a very good school. But what did I do? I used that time to party away and, go to fraternity parties and, make out with boys, drink, party. So it's like, so I've made mistakes, but I was not enabled at all. Like I had to learn the hard way. I was bonded out of jail, but my family didn't bond me out. When I got that DUI. Thank God I didn't hurt somebody driving like that. You know what I mean? I was leaving a bar but I was also, that was also 2007. That's 14 years ago. I was I was in my earlier 20s. So is he on probation? I don't know, Game On. I'm confused about that. Yes, well, that's one thing that can help him with is rehab. But I know he's lost a daughter. Let's say that he didn't have anything to do with it. What happened to Summer? Then try, like I said, like I can't blame like a parent who has a child missing for getting messed up every day, because I would probably be too. I know I would. I probably wouldn't have survived 4.5 months. I would have lost. I would not have wanted to live. I already know. Um, but so I don't fault him for getting messed up. It's beyond that. The driving was a bad decision, of course. It was just a mistake. I'm not going to freaking harp on that too much. This is about him being, just him being released. Say he was released. But it's a combination of things. It's not just getting messed up and going on YouTube. Like I said earlier on my last live, like it's not just that, because I can't blame any parent for wanting to, if that's why they're getting messed up and stuff. Find Sabrar, I'd be a wreck if all my kids were gone. It's sad. Yeah, exactly. I can't. Yes, right. That's true too. Hurricane Donna. Donna and Candace were alcoholics before Summer went missing. So it's not something that just started, I'm guessing. And from what I heard from, well, I guess I haven't really talked to anybody who knew them beforehand. I just have to go by, what I've heard in videos, and I haven't talked to anybody personally that knew him beforehand. Yeah, it's not a good look if they want the boys back. You're right. It actually might really, really hurt them getting the boys back within the 6-month plan or whatever they have going on. It's probably gonna prolong that, I'm guessing. Hey, Kathy Hughes. What is the law in Tennessee about repeated DUI? Tennessee 3-strike DUI charges. If you're convicted of a third, does not look like a scholarly site. So I would take this, now, if you're convicted of a third offense of DUI, then you face a minimum of 5 years suspension of driving privileges instead of 3 years under former law. So that's what I was going to do. I was looking at his background to see if he's had previous DUIs. Let me go to his criminal past here. I'm not going to show it just because I will read it. I will read his past criminal charges, but I know I've done it before. I showed it, but I don't know. Let's see. Evading arrest in 94, a battery in 91, a burglary in 2006, a possession of controlled substance, a third offense in 2007, a misdemeanor battery in 91. Let me see if that's the same battery as before. No, that's a separate battery, because one of them is, no, actually, it might be the same. One says December 4th and one says December 7th, but it could be the same charge. So we'll just give them the benefit of the doubt that could possibly be the same charge. And it was all the way back in 91. He had a theft in 2001. He had a contempt of court for failure to appear in Arkansas, I think. Yeah. And then he had burglary with intent of theft in 1982, and a possession of marijuana. That's from Texas, and that's in 82. And then he had a failure to pay fines and costs in 2008. I don't see any past DUIs, guys. I think it matters the state, like as far as I don't see any past DUIs. I'm not sure what vehicle he was driving. Yeah. They have mental problems. They have one child missing, the rest taken away. Then there are a million people on YouTube invading their lives, blaming them for it. I think I self-medicate. Oh yeah, I would definitely self-medicate too if my child was missing. But it was their wrongdoings, the reason why they lost their boys. We know that for a fact. I mean, you could try to blame it on the internet and stuff like that, but I think it's pretty apparent the boys were taken away for their own wrongdoings, not for just a dirty house. Okay. So, but yes, I would, when you're dealing with addiction, the addiction comes first, no matter what, above your kids and everything. And then when you are dealing with negative consequences from the addiction, like losing your kids or whatever, then you start using more. It's like a horrible, horrible, endless cycle. You want your kids back, but you're so hurt they're not with you, so you keep using. I mean, it's like the addiction too. Like if you don't use, you get really sick. Alcohol withdrawal will kill you. But you can go to the hospital and, or they might prescribe them a little bit of some type of benzodiazepine. That'd be the best if they would use it properly. I mean, that would help with the anxiety of of everything, and with everything they're going through. And that also would help with alcohol withdrawals. I mean, if they can get on some type of Xanax, or if they would use it properly and not abuse it, that's the thing. Like many alcoholics they also have, I'm also getting certified next month for similar type of, I'm going through a class next month to help people dealing with addictions. I'm getting certified I have taken classes 8 hours a day from November 8th to November 12th. But anyways, I'm going to be considered a certified recovery specialist. Anyways, if he could be on Xanax or something like that, that would help with his cravings for alcohol. That would help with alcohol withdrawals. That would help with the anxiety and things like that from, everything they're dealing with the whatever going on in their lives. Daughter missing, kids being gone. It would help them a lot if they would use it properly. And then if they could get on some type of, on top of that, antidepressant. But yeah, if I wish they would go see a doctor or something that would prescribe them something like a benzo right now. But the thing is, many people who have alcohol issues also get addicted to benzos, like kind of substitute that. And you don't want to mix those two, because then you definitely start forgetting. I mean, mixing the two, you won't remember your whole, it will just be like a blank. You won't remember anything. But if you use it like you're supposed to, it would really help them a lot with withdrawals, alcohol, um, cravings, and anxiety. Yeah, they would probably mix it with alcohol, and that would be really bad. Insurance is why they don't get proper care. If you don't have insurance, you can't do proper care. See, I that's why I was saying, like, I would think Dr. Phil would have offered them something like that. Yeah, it's true. They probably would more likely abuse it. But if there was a way where they could go someplace daily to take their, I mean, no, because that would be something you would probably have to take at least 3 times a day. No, that's not true, CCK. Exactly. They give benzos to alcoholics all the time to come off alcohol. That's alcohol and benzos do the same thing to your brain. So that's why people are given benzos to come off alcohol, because it will help you from the withdrawals that kill you. That's why also alcohol and benzos are the only two drugs that will kill you from their withdrawal, because they're basically the same thing. But if you could take it responsibly, is what I'm saying, to come off the alcohol and also use it while they're dealing with everything. But the thing is, they probably would abuse it. So, I mean, it is kind of irresponsible because they probably would abuse it. But it is prescribed a lot to alcoholics. Like, usually, first you go into a hospital and they administer it to you, and you stay there for a few days to get through, and they give it to you that way. Yeah, Valium's right. That's right. Valium's the one that's usually given for come off alcohol. But yeah, in a way, it's irresponsible. But in a way, if used right, it could be very helpful. I've had medical alcohol detox and was prescribed benzos. And the thing is, it's like, yeah, it's kind of a slippery slope. And I see like people's concerns with that, because it does, it's like you have to take it correctly, though. That's the thing. And that's the hard thing to do as an addict. So it is. It's because usually what they do is they take it more than they're supposed to, and then they run out, last few days or whatever of their script, and then they're going through withdrawals, and same type of withdrawals you would go off alcohol, and then they start drinking, or But I have noticed like a lot of alcoholics do mix alcohol and benzos together. Kratom. I've heard a lot about Kratom. Isn't Kratom more for opiate withdrawal, though? It's on 3,400. Oh, which drug is that? Let me look back at Jennifer's. 3,500 milligrams. Oh, really, Diana? Diana says they were arguing. Don left to get cigarettes for them to calm down. It did say in the article that he was going to get cigarettes. I just thought that Candace was with him. It's being used for morning off-label. I'm just curious what drug Joe's talking about, but maybe I should just... Oh, gabapentin. Yeah, gabapentin. Gabapentin's a thing, too, that a lot of alcoholics like to take a bunch of it, because if you take a bunch of it, it makes you feel drunk. And if they take it on top of alcohol, it can also intensify the alcohol and stuff. But I think it also, gabapentin, if you take a lot with alcohol, which alcohol does that on your own, it makes you forget you forget everything. But I think, doesn't gabapentin, if you take a bunch of gabapentin, doesn't it make you forget things also? Yes, yes, yes. That's would be a great one. Even Suboxone, which is naltrexone is in Suboxone, which is another, Suboxone's even used for alcoholics, which naltrexone is in Suboxone. So, and it does take away your cravings, but it doesn't make you high. If it doesn't give by itself, the naltrexone doesn't. Now, Suboxone will, if you've never, usually Suboxone's for opiates, but if you take it and you're not on opiates, I mean, it might give you a buzz, but really people say it doesn't really give you a buzz like people think it does. It's not like methadone. Methadone's much more, methadone I'm not a very big fan of, but that's just my opinion. Now, if you use it correctly, there is instances where, listen to me, like I sound like freaking, anyways, there are instances where I feel like methadone is really great, and that's for like addicts or opiate addicts who have also pain issues, because it's great for that. So if you if you need something for pain, but you also are, you're addicted, but methadone is the best thing for that. If you can use it, it just stays in your system longer. Now, but Suboxone, I think, is the best for coming off opiates. It's just my opinion. Yes, methadone is abused as much as street drugs because it's like kind of cheap and it lasts for a long time. The half-life is long. Yeah, it has buprenorphine in it. So I think that is prescribed for pain. But I think methadone is much better for probably pain. I'm not a doctor. I'm just this is just like, my own research and stuff like that. Yeah, methadone is a narcotic, but I'm not saying for Dawn or anything, but somebody was just mentioning, I don't even know how we got on methadone. Methadone would not be an option for like Dawn and Candace unless they're not for alcohol. Suboxone could be. Naltrexone. That would be really good. I'm prescribed gabapentin for pain along with something else. Makes me wobble. I can't even walk on it. I hate it. I only take it when the pain is at its very worst. Red tick count. Does it make your memory really bad? It's taken me over a year to taper off methadone. Wow. Were you able to do it though? I know it's really difficult. It can be like a really helpful drug if you use it correctly. It's just, it's different than Suboxone because Suboxone doesn't, not like people think that Suboxone, they'll say, oh, it's synthetic heroin and stuff like that. It doesn't get you high like methadone does. Methadone, you're going to be, methadone you get very high off of. It does make your memory bad. If they wanted the boys back so bad, they'd go to rehab. There was no, which article, Backyard? The original one. I was going to play this. I think we can take this down now. I guess I could probably get off like acting like I'm a pharmacist or something and talk about more. Let's see here.
The father of missing Hawkins County 5-year-old Summer Wells was arrested on Saturday night. Thank you for joining us on News Channel 11 and ABC Tri-Cities this morning. I'm Ansley Daniel. Dawn Wells was reportedly arrested for driving under the influence. According to Sergeant Betty Crawford with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, Wells is facing multiple charges, including a DUI, having an open container, and violation of financial responsibility, among other charges. Wells is currently being held on a $5,750 bond. No further details regarding his arrest have been released at this time. The Wells family has released a statement following Summer's father's arrest on the blog section of their website, findsummerwells.com. It's titled, "Thank you for the prayers," and reads, "Thank you everyone for kind messages. There are no words to what each day and night is like. We needed cigarettes. It was a stupid decision. Please keep us in prayer. Keep Dawn. This pain won't go away. Thank you." End quote. His daughter, Summer Wells, was last seen on June 15th near their home in the Beach Creek community of Hawkins County. This morning, the Amber Alert for Summer remains active and ongoing, and we're told that it will stay that way until she is found. If you have any credible information regarding Summer's whereabouts, you are asked to contact the TBI immediately at the number and email you see right.
So this was at 7:44 Eastern Standard Time. So this was a few minutes before he was actually bonded out. So that's why that's not updated. Let's see if we can find an article as far as it being updated as far as Dawn Wells DUI arrest. Let's see. Can you see what I'm looking at? Okay, yeah, you can. Dawn Wells was arrested for DUI around midnight. He was booked at 12:10 a.m. and he was released from Hawkins County Jail at 7:34 a.m. So that video was posted at 7:44 with WJHL. This is 7:34. Let's see. The notification I got says he was but that's just when I, was posted. I got it at 7:59, but let me, if I go to VineLink directly, maybe if I, look in here. It says he was out of custody, record details. I don't know. It just says out of custody at 7:58 Eastern Standard Time. But yes, the box also has to be tapered. Let's look at what the other site says. That's a good point, Game On. How were they able to drive that vehicle without insurance? Looking on this other site to see what kind of update it gives about. Yeah. So according to mobile, here, let me show you guys this. Yeah, according to this mobile, whatever this app is, Mobile Patrol, which is a very interesting app. I finally figured out how to use it. But according to it, he was released at 7:34 a.m. I guess VineLink's just behind. Here we go. And I'll show you guys this. Driving under the influence. Let me see, make sure you guys can see this okay. Okay. Driving under the influence, open container, expired registration, improper lane usage, violation of financial responsibility. Sorry, it's kind of covering that. So he was only in there for a little over 7 hours. Or sorry, yeah, 7 hours, sorry. Yeah. Yep, he was live on No Thanks. He was live, but we didn't hear anything. We just had it relayed to us from Doug. Person that has insurance can drive the car away to save the tow. I drove the car back? What? What do you mean you drove the car back? Tennessee Truth. They don't allow that. You can't, that's against the law to drive without freaking insurance. But it sounds like they did allow it, which, I mean, you can go and buy insurance real quick, though, online and make it legal. I mean, back in the days, like when I got my DUI, they wouldn't let anybody drive my vehicle back. And I had insurance. Yeah, his registration was expired and everything. It was completely illegal. Why did they let somebody drive that back? I mean, that's cool and stuff. I mean, I'm glad he avoided that bill, but that was cool of the cops because they don't have to allow that because it's a legal vehicle. It doesn't even have the registration's expired. Think he didn't know where it was in the car, so they gave him a ticket for it. Makes arrest stronger. They probably have insurance and registration. You think these people really have insurance and registration? I really doubt it. I don't know. Maybe his registration was just expired a little bit. You know, maybe he hadn't gone to. I can give him that. I've had that happen before. No, this Tennessee Truth that's in here is saying that they're the ones that drove the car back and that they're the ones that bonded them out. I think I'm going to have some interesting things to show tonight, but we'll see. I have to get permission from the person first. They gave them to me. It's a conversation. I'll just say this. I'll tell you guys a preview. But there's not anything too juicy in it, really. I don't think. I just skimmed over it, but it's a bunch of, somebody contacted me and they were in contact with Grandis for a couple months up until last month. Like last month, I think mid last month, September something. And they told me not to give their name or whatever, but they gave me they couldn't figure out how to send me all the screenshots, so they gave me their password and everything to go into their Facebook and grab them all. But I need the permission first to share it. She was talking to Grandis for a couple months, and basically Grandis definitely wants Don in jail and thinks he's involved. But before I show them, I have to get their permission. Yeah, Diana, do you know what happened to Summer? Or do you know, I mean, I know you probably don't know what happened to her, but what do you... Does not seem like he had insurance or that SR-22 wouldn't be a part of it. That financial responsibility is his commitment to stay insured. Yeah. You're right. He didn't have insurance. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it was like something like where he couldn't find it or something. But they're lucky. The cop was cool and let him drive it home. He definitely did not have to let him do that because it's not a legal vehicle to be driving around. Even if they buy insurance online real quick, they still wouldn't have a. Well, you could go online and pay the registration too. I think, but I doubt that was done. You thought you heard mother-in-law on the scanner, but hard to understand. Oh, you heard the scanner and everything? Doug called the sheriff's department and woman said a family member picked up the vehicle. Ellie here will not allow anyone to operate that vehicle and it would be towed home. They don't allow you to commit the crime of driving it home without insurance. That's a crime. That's what I would think too, but it doesn't make sense to me. But I mean, sometimes I guess they give cops leeway, I guess, occasionally. In some departments, I guess they give cops a little bit of leeway when it comes to that. I guess. It doesn't seem, it's not legal vehicle to drive, so it doesn't make sense that they would let somebody drive it, but Cher was on Alex Egerton, and she now says Don was 100% involved in her opinion. I mean, she said this before in Backtrack, so who knows? Right. And she said this also on that she feels like he knows stuff and whatever. She said this recently on Talk with Terry, and Talk with Terry was going crazy, like, oh my gosh, she couldn't believe the questions I was actually asking Dawn. She can't believe the thing, her group, like the people that she surrounds herself with for some odd reason. I don't know why she hangs out with that. But anyways, they dog us for how we feel about Dawn and Candace and how we are, our opinions on them. But Cher has the same opinions. So it's okay for Cher to say it on Talk with Terry, and that's fine. It's fine for Cher to say that Candace was sexually abusing H. Because I'm not even going to say having inappropriate. It makes me feel gross saying inappropriate relationship because he's a child. We have to remember, just because he's a boy does not mean it's okay. Does not suddenly make it an inappropriate relationship, or like they were having some kind of relationship, or I don't even like calling it sex, whatever, because it's abuse. And who knows when it started? Cher can go say it. I've been saying it since the beginning of last month because that source that told me it was the first time ever actually. Well, no, I think a lot of people actually already were thinking it. Thought that there was something really weird going on, but it's the first time, like, no, I don't know. But anyways, I got hell for it at the beginning of last month when it came out with that source and that information that I put out, about the boys being abused and all that. Inappropriate relationship. That's how it was worded. Inappropriate relationship between Candace and Hunter, but Cher says it's okay, and it's suddenly, I don't know. Yeah, they saved him about $1,000, right? A lot of money. Yeah, hypocrites, exactly. It's absolutely ridiculous, Don B. It's just basically it's all which creator says it. You know, if I say it, or if you were to say it, or Tiffany Marie, or just a lot of I can keep going on and on, or Doug, or anybody. Okay, we'll just say anybody except Benny or Cher, then it's not okay. But suddenly Benny or Cher says it, then it's okay to them. The hypocrisy has gone crazy. It is. Which creator? Those boys at least have a chance now in life. To be honest, they had no shot living with those 2+ grandest. Yeah. Going to the hospital, she in labor. I've been thinking since the beginning, H being there so often was always sus. Didn't Prayer Garden and Jenna say it also? Yes. Jenna did. Prayer Garden denies it, says there's no way that that's true. Like, okay. Or I think she denied it. She thinks it's hilarious and ridiculous at the same time. Jenna did say that Candace mentioned to her about some kind of inappropriate relationship. I don't know exactly how Jenna worded it, but yeah, that Candace admitted to her about it. So it's pretty crazy that it's coming out that this information from those of you guys that watched that video. If you've never watched that video that caused so many people, here I'll put the link for it because I've had a couple people email me for here's the link to the video. This is a video when here's the link to that video when I had a source that told me some things that they weren't really supposed to tell me. And I got a lot of heat for it, but I didn't see any CPS report. It just got around. That's how people were saying it was a CPS report. It wasn't a CPS report. It was somebody that claimed to work in, that type of work, like social services or whatever. But yeah, but she told some interesting things in Talk with Terry's video recently. She was saying that she said she said it like it was a fact at first, but she did backtrack and say, well, I don't have proof, but she did say it's going to come out that Hunter was there the day Summer went missing. She said it matter of fact. I don't know. With all due respect, Teresa McLean, how is it helping, find Summer when the parents are, getting arrested for DUIs, going on YouTube, drunk as hell, doing hoax calls? With all due respect, how is that helping finding precious, still missing Summer Moon Utah Wells? Pull up the 14-minute video. It is a clip for the pullover live. Oh, really? Where's that at, Louise Kling? Okay. All right. Here we go. This one where it says, no thanks, Don Wells, Chris McDonough in the lab talk, Summer Wells, and what's happening currently. Is that what you're talking about? All right. This one? Okay, Peace with Denise says yes. It's 13 minutes long. Okay. I know that Doug won't care that I play it because he's cool like that.
I'd like to thank, once his internet comes together, Don Wells for actually.
I can't put him as a doctor. I didn't do that.
Uh-oh. Hey, Don.
That's fucking impossible.
What's up, man?
Good to see you, man.
Hi, Don.
Hi, Candace. Good to
Let
hear.
me see if I can get some volume up on this damn phone. Oh my gosh, I can't hear nothing.
Can you hear now?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, great. Good. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for making us about summer. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
For
Hold the fuck up. Hold my fucking horses.
Right.
Hold
Welcome.
the fuck up.
Good to see you, Don.
Holy crap. Good
Is
to
that
see
one of the
y'all
apostles?
too, man. Wow. Who's
Just want to pause it real quick. You notice his reaction when he realizes Chris McDonough's there. Hey, Emma. You realize he was like, oh, holy crap. He's just realizing, that Chris McDonough is right there.
Right.
hold
Welcome.
the fuck up.
Good to see you, Don.
Holy crap. Good
Is
to
that
see
one of the
y'all
apostles?
too, man. Wow.
How are you?
Wow. I'm
Good to-
all right. I'm all right.
Well, this is we haven't talked
Wow.
in how long?
A long time.
Do you guys think that he really knew that Chris McDonough was going to be on? I mean, if he told him, okay, do you think he forgot? Because you remember when he was on my live the other night and he called back asking who I was and acting like he had no idea what I was talking about Candace coming on and stuff. And he was trying to say, or no, he was like, I didn't call you. I didn't call you. We were just talking 5 minutes earlier. Do you think that there's any possible way maybe he forgot that Chris McDonough was on this because he was so drunk? I'm just wondering if maybe he was too drunk to remember, like Carrie says. That's what I'm just wondering, because he acts like really like shocked. Yeah, a friend talked to me, right? That's what he's saying. That was my friend. But, or maybe he didn't really forget because he was saying it was my friend, but he acted like he forgot, though. I'm not mad. I'm mad about what, Q? Q is my favorite uncle. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't get mad that often. I definitely can handle trolls like you. It does not really like bug me.
What I asked you to do, please. Down low.
And
It's been a
everybody
long
make sure
time.
chat is
Down low. Low. Turn down. This volume.
Sorry.
Freaking screwed up.
Sounds like you're still in West
I
Hollywood,
can't hardly hear anything.
hitting the strip.
Yeah, you guys are still
Yeah.
partying.
Well,
Right,
I'll tell you
Doug?
what, I've never been in a place where I had to hide out in my motel room.
Yeah, welcome to the
We was
welcome
actually
to
literally
the jungle. Welcome to the jungle.
yeah. Right. We was
So
actually
tell me about
literally
that.
hiding
How
in
was
our
that?
motel room. It was all right.
Friday.
I loved Elvis's car, the first $1 million car ever built for Elvis. That was a beautiful car. That was awesome. That Cadillac Escalade, damn, that thing was a beautiful car.
Absolutely.
Let me
So
turn
tell me
this
about the
over.
adventure. How was the adventure? What did you think of LA as a whole?
Calm down. We don't want to ever go back to LA, but I will say the beach, it was beautiful. The beach was beautiful, you know, but me and Candace, you know, we kind of argued the whole time because we just seen, you know, these families out there with their kids, you know, and everything. And we just see our kids out there, and we miss summer so bad that it was kind of miserable in a way, but it was so beautiful. But we was actually miserable because, you know, we just seen all these little kids having a good time, and our, you know, summer wasn't with us, you know, obviously, and it was kind of I don't know how you say it. It was a beautiful, beautiful place on earth, but our kids wasn't there with us. If that
Yeah,
makes
straight up.
any
Did you-
sense at all.
Yeah, did you make it down to Venice Beach?
What was that name of that city where that beach was, baby?
Oh, you can't miss it, right,
Um,
Dougie?
I don't remember.
Santa Monica.
It was in LA. I don't remember what beach it was.
Did it have a like a Ferris wheel at the end of it and a merry-go-round and stuff?
Yeah, the pier.
That
Yeah,
Santa Monica.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
the
my
pier.
memory ain't worth a crap. I'm sorry. My bad.
What happened to your
y'all.
memory?
I'm sorry. I've had it.
Where'd your memory go?
Well,
We left it in
Where'd your memory? Oh, what is that?
Donnie.
probably,
What are you
it's
hitting?
probably
Fire
right
water?
there. It's probably
be
in
M-
there somewhere.
That's not MD-80. That's not Mad Dog 2020.
No, that's rest and relaxation.
There you go.
Sorry.
Well, this ought to be a good interview.
Don't, Don, just be you, bro. All we can ask you is for you to be you, and we get what you're going through right now. We want to make this tonight about summer and let you have the floor and just be you. This is
Thank
This
you.
is-
Thank you, guys. Don't start your shit now.
Tell Candace I said hi.
we all do.
We all do.
And she's more than welcome to join us because again, this is about summer. Candace,
I'm trying to
so you know summer.
No, she's
you guys
wanting to be in.
No problem.
I wish
It's
my
okay.
volume would turn up on this damn thing. I have a broken eardrum. Sorry,
we'll make sure
y'all.
that
I'm very
volume
sorry.
possible if you guys want to enhance your volume. I'm gonna let Chris and you guys talk, or Don, whenever you're ready, whatever you want to say, go ahead, and then we'd like to hear you.
Yeah, Don, you got
All
the
right.
floor. I'll listen.
I don't have anything to say. I mean, I don't know what to say. What am I supposed to say?
We got you. Let's Chris, maybe you can help with maybe leading him into something he wants to talk about that's important, or billboards. What do you think about the billboards? I know we talked a little bit last night, but now they're talking about putting more up. Just the love for summer is amazing, is what I see. And where are you at right now? I know you're struggling, and we all struggle. Listen, drinking a seltzer right now. I'm drinking in a coffee cup because I'm embarrassed to use glassware because I don't like to do dishes. But we're all humans. We all have our ways of coping, right? Uh, the hard and sadness
Right.
part, shock is over, right? We already know Summer's gone and missing. She got gone somehow. What is your theories at this point, at your thoughts, or at this second, of how it happened, and also maybe talk about, maybe if you want not talk about that, talk about the drone issue. Maybe people, should respect your the drone laws and privacy. Maybe go into that, whatever you'd like to talk about that's bothering you and your family and preventing from it being about Summer. Maybe start.
Well, first of all, I just want to thank you all, okay, for having an open mind and the open possibilities. Everybody's gonna start calling me now, trying to disrupt our conversation. So I apologize. Okay, it's not my
Put it on.
fault.
You want to put it on do not disturb you again? Well, your phone.
Yeah,
If you put it on, if you do not disturb, I can call you.
right.
It's up to you.
I just want to apologize to everybody. I don't know why I want to apologize to everybody all the time. I have a lot of love for everybody, man. I
People are screwing with him.
Candace, I want to apologize to everybody. I don't know why the fuck I'm always apologizing to motherfuckers. Number one, and I'm not perfect. I've done a lot of shady stuff in my life. I'll admit to you straight out. I mean, stop, Candace. Look,
What's important is Summer right now. So anything you've done,
Candace is giving me all kind of hell right now. Do you want to explain what's going on?
Yeah, why does she want to have her say? We're not here to do anything other. Let her talk if she wants to talk.
Yeah,
I understand that, but I have, at the end of the day, I got to deal with my wife,
Understood.
and she's
Why do-
upset.
she wants.
Man, I'm willing to work things out.
Right. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's not on her. It's if she wants to work things out the way she wants to work them out, we can't handle that. If you want to work them out, again, we're here for you guys. We're here for Wells. This is it. That's it.
I appreciate
And
that. I appreciate
fighting.
that. It's all about Summer.
Yes. Let's keep it there. And Don,
I wish the fuck my phone. Wow.
the world loves Summer Wells. That's our daughter as well. You know what I mean? We took her on as well.
No, that's crazy. That is so crazy how everybody loves her so much. But she's a beautiful little girl, just so full of life and so full of love. Just the way that we knew her, and that's pretty awesome that the world loves her that way too. That's really cool because the world sees her like we seen her. And I think that's awesome in itself.
Tell us about her. Tell us about Summer.
She's beautiful, beautiful spirit, fun, loving, forgiving. I remember one time I took her to a job site, and it was actually a really nice log cabin home, and I wasn't thinking about the railing not being completely finished outside, and she run outside. My wife brought lunch out there and stuff like that, and we was eating, and she run outside, and she turned around, and there wasn't no railing there to catch her, and so she fell off about the third or fourth step and hit the ground. And she was crying. She says, "Daddy, why didn't you save me?" I said, "I'm sorry, Summer. I'm sorry. I didn't know." And she says, "That's okay, Daddy." That's what kind of spirit she is. That's how she is.
How did your family adapt to her? Accept her, Don? What did
Okay, Hey,
Your-
yo,
Your dad?
I have to apologize because everybody's trying to blow up my phone right now to
Don't apologize. You're good, Don. Just take your time. If you gotta hit the cancel button, we got you. Just it's all about you. And I'm sorry people are trying to make it about them. So go ahead and take your time. Don't apologize anymore. You're not at fault for anything. Go ahead.
You need me to repeat that question? Don? Did you hear me?
Don, do you need the question repeated?
Can you hear us, Don?
He's getting blown up.
There we go. All right, I got a little bit of you, Don. Go ahead. Can you hear us now, bud?
Oh, I thought it would have the part where, the part where he started talking about Don being, where he was like, oh, Don's been pulled over or whatever. Would you let your 5-year-old daughter? That's a good question. Yeah, after that, the fighting he was trying to contact him, I think. Doug was trying to contact Don right after, wasn't he? Emma has it. I can check Emma's channel and see what she has.
Hi guys.
Oh, what is this? Oh, I think this is where she's just talking about it. I don't think it says anything. I don't think yeah, this is just a video explaining that he got arrested. I don't think she has anything. He said prior that he never got to take Summer to work, and he just said he took her to a cabin. That's true. You're right. That is true. The longer video, though, that's a long video. I don't want to be on that long. Oh. Hold on. I'll check out Doug's to see if there's something else you're talking about, but hold on.
Hey guys, welcome back. Hopefully this won't be too strong, too long, but I think we'll get some answers. Kathy, Greta, Miss Joy. That's a good one. Excuse me. Hey, Tack, good to see you. All right. A little frog in my throat. Okay, Mitch, good to see you. Lick Pops. 5th of November. Good to see you, Shandy girl. Plead the 5th. Hello. Sounds through hourglass. Sands through hourglass. Hello. Sharon, hello. Stephanie, hello. Jess, hello. Roll call. Gotcha. Hello, Jane. Single mama 4. Always good to see you. Robert's girl, hello. Chase. Aaron. All y'all. Jeannie, hello. All right, well, hell, that's the best it's gonna get for now. Shut up, Cher. Shut up, Cher. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, Cher. Okay. That being said, let's make some phone calls.
Hawkins County Jail, Sergeant Crawford. How can I help you?
Hey, Sergeant Crawford. I know you probably have had a plethora of phone calls, but I'm trying to figure out if we have to help with a towed vehicle. Did a man named Donald Wells come in with his wife, or did one take the car? Can you at least tell me that if Don's in jail?
The car, it was released to a family member. I don't know who, but a family member.
Got it. And so he is in custody right now then, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for your time, ma'am.
All right.
Bye-bye, Sarge. Well, that was easy. Don's in jail for DUI. Candace was released the car. He's in jail. Now, DUIs are misdemeanors. They might sleep it off. Have them sleep it off. I called the only phone number I have, which is Don's number. Candace didn't answer. I texted, well, Candace, if you have Don's phone, can you at least let me know if you have the car and you're okay or not, whatever, it's your choice. Yep, I think Candace was drinking too. Hey, Tiffany Marie. Hey, Ann. Nope. Southern Gal 58, hello. Kathy M, damn. Hello again, LOL. 24 hours for DUI. I hope he stays there. If Candace was drinking too, they wouldn't have released the car to her. Well, she was visibly upset. Maybe she wasn't drinking, who knows? We weren't there, right? Granny probably picked it up. Well, what would she do? Leave her car there? Who drove her there then?
Here, let's start when Mary comes on.
How are you? You're at work.
I'm going to work. I need to turn the camera off because I'm not allowed to be shown in my uniform.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Nobody's watching anyway, thank God, right?
No, just a few hundreds.
Hopefully Mary comes back, but until then, what do you think is going on?
Okay, so I woke up to a message from Kat. Sorry, I'm feeding the cat. A message from Kat saying that you were on a live with Dawn. And I was like, where is it? I've been looking everywhere for this live.
Oh. Say hi to Mary. Say hi to Mary.
Hi, Mary.
How are you? Who am I talking to?
Hi.
It's Crime Stories Obsessed.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. I'm just getting ready for work. I'm literally leaving the house. So, let me just go in here. So yeah, so what's happened overnight? Let me just cut to the point. What's happened? Because 1 minute.
Well, long story short, we had set up a panel of me, Doug, Chris, and Don was fully aware that Chris was coming on, although his reaction when he saw Chris was odd. He was more stunned, but he fully knew that Chris was coming. And then it seemed that Candace was upset about him talking. She was throwing things and kind of getting, a little rowdy.
Well, in the car.
What's that?
In the car.
I don't know about the car. That's where Doug was on that, but I know that they cut off. They hadn't come back on, and Doug was trying to get a hold of him. And as Doug was on the phone with him, he says that he got on that he was getting pulled over by the cops, but he had been drinking. He was drinking when we were talking to him.
Mary, you're muted, by the way, hon. You have yourself muted, so you know.
Okay.
So now now Don's in jail for what appears to be a DUI.
What do you guys mean it's the wrong live? You wanted me to play that really, really long one? I wasn't wanting to play the really long one. Really, but I mean, maybe I could find the part.
Accept her, Don. What is your,
Hey, y'all.
your dad?
I have to apologize because everybody's trying to blow up my phone right now.
Don't apologize. You're good, Don. Just take your time. If you gotta hit the cancel button, we got you. It's all about you. And I'm sorry people are trying to make it about them. So go ahead and take your time. Don't apologize anymore. You're not at fault for anything. Go ahead.
You need me to repeat that question? Don? Did you hear me?
Don, do you need the question repeated?
You're one of those people. Josh is one of those people. Everybody in this
This
chat
part
is probably one of those people.
45 minutes.
And the reason this has been going on as long as it has is because, there's a constant missing. And the constant missing is the truth. And now there's bits and pieces of it.
Relief and serious discussion is just very for me it's like really empowering, and it's really helpful in
This
terms
part?
of dealing with such serious things in my own job, and also in terms of true crime issues. So kudos to all of you.
Thank you so much. We love you, Doctor.
Okay,
Just about every murder suspect I ever interviewed, there was a couple of common denominators, and the sex, SA deviancy, it was definitely common denominator. Two factors: alcohol and inappropriate material, as I call it. So that we don't get Don or Doug demonetized, we just say the P word. Sounds like a run.
Interesting.
Yeah, we'll see. Not my first rodeo.
Definitely not. See some.
Oh yeah, the ashtray with Granny. Yeah, I had another one. This gal runs into her bedroom in a domestic, and there was an ashtray on. It was one of those big crystal ashtrays. It was on the nightstand in the bedroom, and she just grabbed it and turned around and just through it, full bore, like, like Catfish Hunter, boom, nailed me right in the head.
Oh,
This got me open.
send you to the hospital?
No, my head is as hard as nails for some reason. I've been hit with a brick, a frying pan, ashtray.
Oh. There's some shit going down right now while I'm on the phone. Guys, don't hang up. Don may not be able to come back on, if you know what I mean.
What do you mean?
He's pulled over right now.
Oh no.
Well, he just had alcohol in a car and a popo. Is that what he's saying?
Sounds like he's pulled over by the cops.
Is you can't make this up. You can't make it up. Okay, here, look at Doug. What is?
I wanted to give you another chance to make fun of my late night shorts, dude.
Jump on your bed, dude. Jump on your bed for us.
No,
please.
don't jump on your bed. I'm okay. It's like two angels here. Josh is going to say one on your left shoulder. I'm going to say something on your other shoulder. Don't jump on your bed.
Jump on your bed.
Okay? Don't listen to him.
Jesus was almost persuaded by Satan on the rooftop. Didn't you know that?
Yeah. If thou be the Christ. The word if is powerful.
That is such a fantastic
Just side comment. Isn't Josh so cute? I just think he's such a cutie. All right, continuing.
passage. I read that a lot because say whether you believe in Jesus or not, the story is telling and you can learn a lot from it.
Absolutely. That two-letter word.
Look at him. He just looks like an office manager.
I know he's running 150.
I'm glad he's doing it, and we're I'm enjoying myself, just relaxing. Somebody said, Josh, you keep bringing up the alcohol. Won't you let Don speak? That's the plan, Bubs. Thanks.
Yeah. Who's got a scanner?
Jeez.
Throw the scanner on.
Uh-oh. Look at Doug's face.
All right, so are you ready for this? I didn't know they were driving.
We didn't either.
Dawn and Candace was fighting. I said, take her to a hospital. Let them know she's having an anxiety attack. You guys need just to relax or whatever. And this is why he said he's getting pulled over. He was on the phone, and the last I heard was her license registration. And then lastly was, please get out of the car. It's still on the phone right here. Can't show you his number, but I can show you that it's still the active phone call is still active.
Okay, so I'll take it from here. Okay. Sir, what I want you to do is see my finger? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put it right here. Follow it with your eyes.
Jump on your bed.
Right here. Right here.
Yeah, right. First things first. Do not move your head ever. Just let your eyes go as far as they go.
Chantel says she's listening to the right now.
Just lock it.
Right. Do you know your ABC, sir?
No.
Backwards.
But that has nothing to do with drinking.
I actually have the whole thing recorded, just in case it was screen recording. So,
okay, we're gonna do this. This is what I need you to do. Okay, just like this. It's a hand coordination test. Okay?
Did you pull out? Did you have a lot of DUI stops?
When I was in patrol, yeah. I mean, it was kind of
that's just standard stuff, though, right?
Yeah. You had to do your thing, right? Walk the lines, follow the finger. Half of that test is following directions, right? Following directions.
Yeah. When they say, "Can I take some blood?" Say, "Yeah, tomorrow."
Somebody's listening to the scanner.
Yes, they are. I'm listening to the scanner. Dottie, what are you guys hearing?
How do I look up the scanner so I can play it live?
Well, you would have to go to the Hawkins County.
If there's a link, someone put it in chat. I'll put it up.
Go to Broadcastify. I think that's the name of the channel. And then type in Hawkins County Sheriff's Department. But I don't know if it's a central dispatch or not.
Yeah, and if it's analog or digital, right?
Yeah, if it's a 800 megahertz, you can't hear it. But I don't think they're going to be.
Well, these people
that-
are able to listening
that
to
zone.
it.
All right, where do I put Hawkins
Hold on.
County?
Hold on. Broadcastify.
We can listen to it.
Is that all you guys want to watch of that? Basically, this just shows like how it played out. Oh, look, it's 1333. I'm telling you guys, I always see threes everywhere. 1333 in chat. I always see them. That's why my email is Ziggy333. Keep going. Find comment. Wow. Mickey Bluebird. It's not finding it. I don't want the comments from the live. I want the comments from I don't know how this thing's not working. I don't know. All right. Who's Live 411? I've heard a lot about him lately. Not seeing your comment. Anyways, what are you guys saying here? WHL had breaking news that's on YouTube from Donna's blog site. Don said they needed cigarettes and it was a stupid mistake. Yeah. Yep, it's on his yeah, I think we will probably just move on from this. Don Wells official family channel right here. Oh, illegal drone on our property. Here is where they just said this is their statement. Where they say, thank you everyone for kind messages. There are no words to what each day and night is like. We needed cigarettes. It was a stupid decision. Please keep us in prayer. My cat just freaked out again. And sorry. Please keep us in prayer. Keep Dawn. Okay. This pain won't go away. Thank you. He played the cop. You could hear it. I know, right, Orchid? I can keep playing. I can keep playing it, guys. I'm getting conflicting comments. It's not just because I saw somebody in the comments go, "Well, I can go and watch it there since she won't listen to us." You're not the only one in the comments. There's 1,200 and some more. There's a lot of other people saying not to continue it.
For 40 years, Michael Myers has haunted this town.
Okay, what the heck?
That's
Where's
a
that?
commercial.
Jell's mom has.
Shut up, Cher. Shut up, Cher. What happened?
Don't get me.
Shut up. Shut up,
No,
Cher. I don't mean to
no,
hit the button.
no.
The button. I don't know. That was my leg rested my hand.
You're
on
killing me, Smalls.
it.
Like kind of like Lord Calvin.
I thought they were outside or fighting or something, arguing outside, and then
Or whatever.
Candace crying in the
Hopefully,
background. And
I
thought
hope
that
they weren't driving.
they were driving.
I hope not. And if he was, take him to jail.
He
Book
should have
him.
gone. He should have gone back on our live stream. He would have been not.
Yeah.
He would have been at home.
Right. We could have been talking about summer.
See, this is the faults of all those other people also, not just Dawn and Candace's. It's their fault too. They made the decision to get in a car. Candace is freaking out. Why is Candace freaking out? All those people on the dark side, all those people, the BKs, the idiots who made it this way. You guys, Don was talking to me and I have it saying he wants to blow his goddamn head off. That's exactly what he told me. I said, Don, that's a long-term solution to a short-term problem. Stop that. Get that shit out of your head. You've got boys that love you. He's like, I love my boys, but I miss my Summer Wells. I have it all. I have it all. This could have been stopped right here too. This is why we can't find Summer Wells. It's because of people in the background who only care about their damn selves.
Well, that's part of it, Doug. Okay. But at the other side of it, okay, are the people that need to help. And you're one of those people. Josh is one of those people. Everybody in this chat is probably one of those people. And the reason this has been going on as long as it has is because, there's a constant missing. And the constant missing is the truth. And now there's bits and pieces of it throughout this entire process for not only with the police, but, just true crime community, just everything in general. Okay. This is
They could have killed somebody driving like this. Let's be honest, right?
Of course.
They could have taken someone else's, some other family's life.
Well, let's wait to find out if it's even,
Right.
legit. Okay.
No, that's
So
true. No,
let's not jump to conclusions.
That's where I agree with you on he should go to jail if he's driving drunk. I couldn't prevent that. Nobody else could prevent that.
You guys take it some people take things so seriously. Like just saying that somebody's cute, that somebody's a cutie, me saying Josh is cute. I mean, that doesn't mean that I want that you would think somebody's cute and not be like attracted to him in that way. Like not saying, oh, it's not like me saying, oh, I want to date him or anything like that. Josh is in a relationship. He told everybody that on my live one time when we did a live together. I was just making a comment like overall he's cute, like he's good, he's cute physically. He just seems to have a really good heart and he has a good personality. That's overall I just think he's a cute guy. It doesn't mean anything beyond that. And I don't think, I think a lot of girls in the chat mentioning it too, that they think he's cute it's just that. I don't think it means like anything more than that. But I fast forwarded this to 127 because somebody told me that that's the part that that he is. Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying somebody's cute, even if they're in a relationship or whatever. Grandis, hubba hubba. Oh, were they doing that to Levitt too? Oh, it sounds like Levitt has a lot of yeah, Levitt's cute too. I've seen him before. He was on my panel before. I mean, you're able to say somebody's attractive without being like attracted to them. Does that make sense? I think you guys know what I mean. Oh my God, there's the lab. Somebody went and told him. You guys freaking told on me and some other ones. Who told? Who told? See, Emery says Levitt's handsome. Doug's Doug's cute too. I mean, it's just that I like the lab's personality better, I guess. I don't know. I mean, Doug's funny. It's just, I don't know. I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings or something. Oh, he says he just showed up. Well, I guess what do they say? What do they say? Your ears must have been burning, or how do they say that? Because we were just talking about you. Don is not handsome. Somebody said, Ginger said, Snap said, I'm a creep. Don is not handsome. Oh, Christine says sexy voice. That's even beyond cute. Yes, he does. He does. That's. I know this is so cliche to say, but what I was saying, I meant like, for me to say somebody's cute, it's more than just like outward. It has to do with like their sense of humor, for, how it is, ladies, like sense of humor and personality can go a long way but I mean, he's cute also on the outside, obviously, but anyways. Josh is loved. Aw. Hair was hot. Suits and Boots is all about hair. Vinny is crusty. You know what? I saw a picture of his wife, and she's pretty, surprisingly. And I am shocked how that dude gets any attractive women. I mean, it's unreal. Let me see if I could find. I'm not gonna post her. I'm not gonna post her for everybody to see, but I did see a picture of his wife, and she's really pretty, just like his ex. Kind of in a way, looks a little bit like his ex, the one that he had the one that outed him about a bunch of stuff. Tall, dark, not handsome. Yeah. Lab said he's like 6 foot, like something, like 6'5" or something. Or was that his son that was 6'5"? I know he's tall, like taller than you would think. Yeah, and that's because women look for more than just, or into more than just like looks. When men are much more, pay much more attention to the physical. I mean, women pay attention to physical. Don't get me wrong, but oh, 6'2". Rochelle's like, what is this live about? We kind of veered off a little bit. So we're listening to this panel with the lab, Doug and Chris, right after they found out that Dawn was arrested. I'm sure, Josh, you know that Dawn was already released. He was bonded out like about 2 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago. All right, I guess we should probably get back to the video. Somebody told me to rewind to this part, but I'm not really hearing anything. But we'll keep listening.
But at the same rate, they got to do their jobs, and they could have killed somebody else. That's just the reality of things. So I'm just floored right now, to be honest with you. With this all could have just been in conversation about Summer this whole dang time, and now we've got, well, what half the people in the world want, and half the people in the world are wondering if they're guilty of. I don't know, but I guess people may get their wishes tonight, and some people may be mad. We may never get the answers we want, but I guess that's all part of it. Welcome back, Josh.
I've been here just listening. It's
How's the ramen?
What's that?
How's the ramen?
It's actually chili. Close though.
How's the chili?
That's good.
Chris, would they, if he says I'm fighting with my wife, would they now turn it into possible domestic and do an investigation on that? If she was in the car, Candace was in the car with him. I heard her until it happened.
If he's drinking and they stopped him for DUI, then that's what they're going to focus on.
Well, he ran a whole stop sign. So that's
not a half stop sign, or
he didn't roll it. What I'm saying is he didn't roll it. You know what I mean? He strictly. See, this reminds me like of a cop. I was in court with this lady, and she was arguing the point about stopping and slowing down. He's like, well, if I pull out my nightstick, if I start hitting you with it in courtroom, would you tell me to stop or slow down? And she's like, I tell you to stop. And that's exactly what you're supposed to do at a stop sign, ma'am. And they gave her the ticket. So
exactly.
Exactly. It is what it is.
Well, I mean, if he's the first thing the officer is going to do is stand by the window as he asks, for driver's license registration. He's going to take a whiff, and everybody does it differently. But the next question usually is, "Have you been drinking, sir?" Yeah. How much have you had to drink tonight?
Candace can't drive home either if they take him. So what do they do with her? Drop her off?
Get a phone call.
Right.
Come get you.
I don't even know now.
You don't even get in a car with the guy. You should have known.
Doug, you know how to slow the chat? People keep asking.
I haven't been able to read the chat. I'm trying to monitor the phones.
I mean, slow
the scanner. Oh, slow it? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me try that. I apologize, you guys. I've been focusing on. Insane. I wasn't expecting this. So
that's true.
I'll slow it through here.
Nothing ever goes like perfect.
Right?
Ever. Especially on this show.
Especially my polls.
My show's pretty seamless.
You guys, I just found Benny Key's freaking music. I found his sorry, I know this is off topic and people are gonna be like, what's this live about again? I found whoa. I found his a few of his songs. It's trash, says Christina. Yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. Post a clip of the arrest. Let me look up. We'll continue to watch this for a second, and I'll look up Michelle After Dark.
Most of the time.
How long for slow mode? 15 seconds? Is that good?
I'd say 30 seconds, 20 seconds.
Let's start with 15. See how that works.
Probably not well.
I don't know. Sometimes it's like I had to subscribe to, join a lot of channels because 15, 20 minutes being timed out trying to talk in between chat. All right, slowed it down. There we go. All right, let me see if we got anything else on the scanner.
You know, I saw some stuff the other day.
Sorry, I was on the phone. My wife's wife. I don't know what my registration is. No, sir. Yes, sir. You want me to get on board? Yeah, just run out. I have to get your phone, buddy. All right, bye.
So they made him get off his phone.
Sorry, I was on the phone. My wife's wife. I don't know what my registration is. No, sir. Yes, sir. You want me to get on board? Yeah, just run out. I have to get your phone, buddy. All right, bye.
So they made him get off his phone.
Well, for the record, if it's a hoax and you asked him about his daughter, that's why I haven't left the house. For the record. If it's not a hoax and he left the house DUI, after holding up a big bottle of, what was that stuff?
Whiskey or something?
It looked like kind of like Lord Calvin.
I thought they were outside or fighting or something, arguing outside. And then Candace crying in the background.
I hope they weren't driving.
They were driving.
I hope not. And if he was, take him to jail.
He should have gone. He should have gone back on our live stream. He would have been He would have been at home.
Right. We could have been talking about summer.
Sorry, I was on the phone. My wife's wife.
Well, there we go. That just tells us by listening to that that Candace wasn't with him. He was on the phone with Candace, I guess. Oh shoot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry for subjecting you to that. That was Benny Key's music. Don't mean to play that. Anyways. Yeah, he was on the phone with Doug. So it doesn't even make sense. Yep. So, but he says, I was on the phone with my wife. We were arguing. But obviously he's going to smell reek like liquor. He was sitting there down in the liquor. You know what I mean? The whiskey, the R&R. Yeah, he has two phones, right? He lied to the cops. He made it sound like he was fighting on the phone with his wife, but he was really on the phone with Doug. Yeah, you said something like, didn't the cops say you ran off the road? Isn't that what he said?
Sorry. You ran on the road back there. Sorry. I was on the phone. Me and my wife's bike. I don't know what my registration is.
Drinking and driving and talking maybe to two different people. Yeah, I guess. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. Thank God no one was killed or hurt or killed. On phone, wife fighting, right? It's waiting for the association to come up. Oh my God, too funny. Grubby hell of skis. Resist and responsibility. Don calls it rest and relaxation. They were fighting outside the house and Don took off. Oh, was that what happened? Trying to find Summer or driving drunk, possibly killing some. Squaltit said they're not drinking, they're just tired. What? Oh my God. These people will go to these extremes. We'll go to extremes for making excuses for these people. How far was he from the house? I wouldn't think far, right? But hell if I know, you know. No, I see you. No, I doubt that these people have ever looked once. You know, I was talking about on Aussie True Crime last night, about, you know, how he took that car that day that Summer went missing. To me, there's got to be a reason. And I was saying that car, what's different about that vehicle than the other vehicles? What would make him take that vehicle over the other vehicles? Well, or the white truck, the work truck. What would make him take, what's the difference between the two? Well, the main difference, besides obviously it just being a newer vehicle, is that it has GPS. Why would he want to take a vehicle that has GPS? I'm convinced he took that vehicle because of the GPS, had somebody else drive it when he was somewhere else to make him look like he was somewhere or something like that. Also probably had a cell phone in the vehicle too. I mean, we do know he was talking with his wife on Messenger on the way home. He says, I was talking to her the whole time. I didn't lose her the whole time on Facebook Messenger. So he had to have been in the car then. But did he keep his truck and his phone at work that day and then take somebody else's vehicle somewhere? Or did somebody come pick him up at work? Did Candace come by his work and pick him up? I mean, and maybe Candace left her phone at home. Well, she went to Don's work real quick picked him up. They went and did whatever with Summer, whatever. Then Candace hurried home and played, you know. And then once she got home, then she does the fake call to Dawn. Oh my gosh, Summer's missing. Summer's missing. Then Dawn gets in the car and keeps her on Messenger the whole way back. I bet it's something like that happened. He took that vehicle because of GPS. He wanted to look like he was at work. Bobby Cat says, I have been advocating from day one for both parents to get long-term substance abuse. Can I arrange free help? Has anyone tried? Oh, man. I would think that at Dr. Phil, they were offered some kind of help. Day one for both parents. I wish. I mean, that would be the best thing. Addiction, you know, that controls your life. And it always comes first before everything else. And until they fix that, nothing in their life's going to get better. Can I arrange free help? Has anyone tried? Well, like I said, I thank you for the super chat, Bobby Cat. I would hope. Don did say he is having to go through some type of counseling because of CPS situation. He did mention that. Behind on live, Xanax is not the answer. CBD oil. I'm just saying, Jody. When I mentioned benzos, I was just saying it was an option. That's something that is prescribed for coming off of alcohol. And it also will help with their anxiety and everything they're dealing with, the craziness of everything going on right now. But that means they would have to use it responsibly, which they probably wouldn't be able to do. I believe Don and Candace are two different people on alcohol. They would never do those things sober, and I truly believe he is not a nice man when drunk. Yeah. And I guess probably not a good person sober, I guess. I mean, he sure is able to put it, he seems nice. Like with talking to him and stuff, he's always like really nice and respectful. But, you know, then we have to remember, well, you know, what he did from the ages from 12 to 19, like from what we heard from the stepsisters, I'm guessing he wasn't drunk during those times. At least when he was like 12 and, you know, he might have been at like 19. Who knows? Maybe he started drinking when he's 12. Fake Don is likable. Yeah. Check WJHL News YouTube page. 2 videos of Don's arrest. I think we played it, but let me see. They're the news station that's going around striking everybody lately, aren't they? Yeah, we played that one. I think we played both of these. Maybe not this one.
It's breaking.
We played the one. Thank you for the super chat.
News from News Channel 11.
The father of missing Hawkins County 5-year-old Summer Wells was arrested on Saturday night. Thank you for joining us on News Channel 11 and ABC Tri-Cities This Morning. I'm Ansley Daniel. Dawn Wells was reportedly arrested for driving under the influence. According to Sergeant Betty Crawford with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, Wells is facing multiple charges, including a DUI, having an open container, violation of financial responsibility, as well as other charges. Wells is currently being held on a $5,750 bond. Now, there are no further details regarding his arrest that have been released at this time, but his daughter, Summer Wells, was last seen on June the 15th near their home in the Beech Creek community of Hawkins County. This morning, the Amber Alert for Summer remains active and ongoing, and we were told that it's going to stay that way until she is found. If you have any credible information regarding Summer's whereabouts, you are asked to contact the TBI immediately at 1-800-TBI-FIND or tips to TBI at tn.gov.
This is breaking news from News Channel 11.
The father of missing Hawkins County 5-year-old Summer Wells was arrested on Saturday night. Thank you for joining us on News Channel 11 and ABC Tri-Cities This Morning. I'm Ansley Daniel. Dawn Wells was reportedly arrested for driving under the influence. According to Sergeant Betty Crawford with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, Wells is facing multiple charges, including a DUI, having an open container, and violation of financial responsibility, among other charges. Wells is currently being held on a $5,750 bond. No further details regarding his arrest have been released at this time. The Wells family has released a statement following Summer's father's arrest on the blog section of their website, findsummerwells.com. It's titled, "Thank you for the prayers," and reads, "Thank you everyone for kind messages. There are no words to what each day and night is like. We needed cigarettes. It was a stupid decision. Please keep us in prayer. Keep Dawn. This pain won't go away. Thank you." End quote. His daughter, Summer Wells, was last seen on June 15th near their home in the Beech Creek community of Hawkins County. This morning, the Amber Alert for Summer remains active and ongoing, and we're told that it will stay that way until she is found. If you have any credible information regarding Summer's whereabouts, you are asked to contact the TBI immediately at the number and email you see right there on your screen.
So I saw someone saying, mentioning his bond and how he can get out. Yeah, in case for those, just joining, he was released. He bonded out at 7:34 a.m. this morning. I came on minutes after I got the notification. So he spent 7 hours and 20 minutes in the slammer. He got driving under the influence, an open container, expired registration, improper lane usage, and violation of financial responsibility, which we have since found out means no insurance. Drugs, in my opinion, not cigs. Hey, at least if that's true, thank God for him that he got arrested on the way there and not the whole way back, because then it would have been way more charges and felonies, because these are all misdemeanors unless he does have other DUIs. But I'm not seeing any other DUIs on his record. So people seem to think that this is his third, but I'm not seeing. I'm seeing possession. He's had possession of, and he's had 3 possessions of narcotics. But as far as DUIs, I haven't seen even one on his record, which is very surprising, actually. Yeah, he got out very soon. He bonded out. They give him a bond like immediately. Usually they make you freaking sit there. When I got a DUI in 2007, they made me sit there until I sobered up below, I think it was at the time was 0.10, maybe. I think at the time it was 0.10. And I had to stay in there until I was below legal limit. And it might have been below 0.08. So they would come in there and every few hours come in there and check. And then once you were below that, you could bond out. But yeah. And actually, Jenna called earlier after I got off my live earlier, called the sheriff's department, asked if there was a hold, and there was no holds. They had a bond, or he had a bond, and there was no hold. So, because at first we were thinking, oh, he might have a hold from somewhere else, but no. Yeah, most times I thought it was like a 12-hour hold or some kind of hold before you have to be below a certain. Yes, Captain Obvious. Oh my God. Perfect name for such dumb questions by him. 24/7 bondsmen. Yeah, I mean, there's bondsmen 24/7 in every state, isn't there? But the thing is, like, well, if he was on he must not be on any type of probation or parole, because otherwise he would have been on a hold until he saw a judge. Unless they let you see a judge in the middle of the night there, which would be crazy. But I think I've heard of that before in some places. Which is I'm very confused about this charge he got or what happened last October, because this is a year anniversary of his last time being arrested. Dog the bounty hunter bounded him out. But anyways, I'm confused about this last charge he got last year, because how was that dropped is what I want to know. Doesn't make sense. Usually the state picks it up. They didn't get him for anything, I don't think. I mean, I remember him saying he had to do community service, but I thought the community service was because of violation of probation from somewhere else. Because that's definitely not on his record from what I can find. Anything about a domestic violence from October of last year, or they didn't even convict him of a DUI, nothing. Because he was drunk driving around, remember, in that truck. He had that gun that what do you call it? What was it? What kind of gun was that? He had it in his he didn't get charged with that either. How did all those get dropped? Who did Don snitch on to get out of that? Because that doesn't even make sense. I want to ask him that. I'm going to write that down. I want to ask him, and I'll be respectful. How come those charges were all dropped? It doesn't make sense to me. The state always picks up things now. It doesn't matter if the victim isn't willing to go along with the charges. I mean, but besides even just the domestic violence, there was the gun charge, and there was driving drunk, because he came in the driveway drunk as hell. They saw him driving a vehicle. Why were all those charges just gone? No. And the record is a 22. How could Candace drop them all? Candace isn't that's what I'm saying. Candace isn't a cop or a judge. How does she drop them all? I mean, she could drop the domestic violence, but the gun charge and people are saying that he was in the driveway, but I thought he was driving in the driveway. Okay, since Bob knows, since he's I am not way behind. This is very, very these questions are, I think, good questions. But since Bob knows everything, Bob, why don't you explain to us how come he didn't get any charges or it was not convicted of anything from that October arrest. Not only that, he's a felon with a gun in a vehicle. So how did he get out of all those charges, Bob, since you know? Sounds like you're the one way behind, because I would like to know a reasonable explanation. But Candace not following through with the domestic violence charge doesn't matter, though. What about the gun? What about driving drunk? The cops were there when he pulls in the driveway. Shame on you. Shame on me for what? Here's another person, another enabler. Don knows it's not okay to drink and drive. What are you talking about? Shame on me for what? Yeah, but he wasn't supposed to have it in his vehicle. 11 months, 29 days, and so he did get a charge for the gun. Right, he is a grown-ass man. Like, really? Shame on me for what? I'm not going to freaking agree just because, okay, first of all, I don't agree with most everything Don has done. I was treating with respect when he's on my panel and stuff, but that doesn't mean I agree with him. Anybody I have on my panel, I've had several people on my panel I don't agree with. People don't understand this is a channel for all opinions. I wanted open a panel of all differing opinions. So because of that, I'm obviously not going to agree with a lot of people I have on my panel, because that's the whole point of an open panel, open discussion, all opinions welcome. And if you're ever, I don't want anybody timed out or blocked for opinions or, talking smack to me or anything like that. I can handle it. But if you ever are for something you feel like wasn't right, just email me. I think all my mods are awesome, but I think there's one or two that are possibly maybe that are timing out, like for just like vendettas and stuff. And I do want to know if that's happening, because I don't want people timed out for silly stuff. But I have some awesome mods. Everyone in here, please don't take it personal. Why'd you time out one for mentioning the sisters, though? What about the sisters were they timed out for, though? It matters. I guess if it's disrespectful, complete disrespect. You're good, Orchid. It's fine. I'm just saying, I don't think it's you, really. I think I don't know for sure. Sure, Arabian. Can you email them to me? Email it to me at ziggy333@mail.com. No. CTCU can't do any harm in my eyes. I know Levitt either can't. Imre apologized for an incident. I saw that. I don't think it's somebody in here. I'm just saying just for future, it's just for future knowledge. If any of the subscribers notice something like that or it happens to them, just please email me and just tell me, but I need to know. I wish there was a log or something like you can go and look like what people are timed out for, or, you know, when people are blocked and like what they said right before then. Like, why doesn't YouTube have something like that? Doesn't mean I'm going to be mad at my mom or anything like that. I just want to know, like, X knows. Yeah, I'm worried about that. I have to. I need to talk to her. See. Oh, why doesn't anybody want you here? Who said they don't want Mary here? Oh yeah, yeah, please don't leave us, Mary. We like having you here. If anybody's like calling anybody name, it doesn't have to be. I don't want like anybody talking like, especially, no. Everybody's saying that's not true, Mary. I don't know what was said. Maybe it was my comment about what was said about when I said, why'd you time out about, because somebody mentioned that they said, Orchid said she timed somebody out for somebody mentioned the stepsisters, and it seemed like she meant like somebody was timed out just for mentioning them. So I'm wondering if Mary is talking about my comment that I said. Dawn has stated the judge let him go and he was so lucky, but did give him a warning not to see him in court again. Uh-oh. Well, he's back. I maybe I'll message Mary because maybe she left. Maybe I said something that upset her. I just messaged her to make sure. Orchid said the comment someone made in chat was towards the sisters, and oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That would need to be, you know, timed out, blocked, whatever. I guess that is true, Tiffany. So it probably wasn't you then, because she hasn't she blocks his comments. I didn't even think about that. Oh, so she messaged back that somebody put and said something about she shouldn't be in there. No, don't, you guys don't let. Somebody told her that she shouldn't be here. Yeah, like things like that. If somebody's like, because of the sensitivity and stuff around the situation and this, you know, with Dawn and stuff, if you see somebody being, you know, directing comments like at Mary, like, oh, she shouldn't be here, or just even if it's not, you know, name calling, you know, can you time them out? Because you know, I don't want her to not feel welcome in here, even though we allow all opinions and stuff. It's just like, it's a little bit different because just everything going on with the case and everything, what she's going through. I don't want her any other more stress right now. I would never want her to feel like that in here. Yeah, Mary knows about trolls, but I'm glad to find out what was said, that because I thought that it was something I said. The gun was a black powder pistol, which is legal for felons through a loophole in the law. Yeah. Yeah, he said he can have it, just not in his vehicle. But anyways, Orchid or any of the other mods, you're welcome to. I'm not trying to make special rules for somebody or anything. It's just, if anybody does say anything about the stepsisters, like as far as like direct, see, there's this gray area. I want people's opinions, but I don't want it like in a way that's making them feel uncomfortable, or when they're already going through a stressful time. So if you time out for that or something, like, I totally understand. Like, obvious, like when Orchid mentioned something about this timing out for the stepsisters being mentioned, I just was like, wondered what the comment was. It wasn't that I was like mad that somebody was timed out, because she just said it like, I timed out because somebody mentioned the stepsisters. And but anyways. They have several guns in the home. Do you think it would be good to have, if she wants to come on panel, she might not feel like it today. Yeah, I think it's cool. I messaged Mary, and I think it's cool. Anyways, who bailed him out? Like, I don't know. Yeah, she's still here. Yeah, Mary's one of the. Yeah, Mary, we support you for sure. She is so sweet. That's true. She is really sweet. Mary is a mod. Is Mary not a mod? I modded her. Yeah, you could always time out if there's any comments that you find particularly offensive towards you, Mary. You can always like time them out. She's supposed to be a mod. That's that, unless she's modded. I've never understood personal attacks on someone. You may disagree with me on something, but to personally attack anyone, that should never be accepted. Did somebody attack you on something? Yeah, Diana Warner. She said that in chat, but also so did Tennessee. Somebody in the chat named Tennessee I don't know. Does Dawn have a cousin named Diane? So there was somebody and it wasn't Tennessee Shine. It was like Tennessee somebody else. Like they're probably still in here, maybe. Said that they bailed him out, or they said they drove the car back. So I don't know. Maybe that was Grandis that was speaking. Unless it was Dale Terry. It could have been Dale Terry because she goes out there every weekend. So, yeah, Tennessee Truth said that they drove the vehicle back, but I don't know who Tennessee Truth is. I think they also said they bailed him out, but also so did this Diane person. They could just be screwing with us. You know what I mean? It's not taking the focus off of Francine. I mean, so you think that they shouldn't? I don't even want to get into this conversation right now. I mean, it's not taking I don't know why anybody would have this opinion. I don't even want to repeat it. I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't take the focus off Summer. If someone takes offense, they must have a guilty conscience. I just think that's an absolutely ridiculous statement. And I think the victims that have been a victim of Donald Wells shouldn't have to, the reason why it came up, there's a reason. I don't know why we always have to explain it to you people. Summer went missing. So that's why it was brought up and made, and told to law enforcement. Otherwise, it may have, Mary said it probably would have never been mentioned. Again, or it never been, been brought up. And if I'm misquoting you, Mary, let me just, mention it, correct me. But I think you said if Summer had never gone missing, then it probably would have never been brought to law enforcement. Right. Sad but true. Dawn arrested made the news. Yeah. Happy Halloween. Yeah, I guess so, right, Melissa? Probably. That's what they drink. An open container. Yep. New cigarettes. Ziggy, Dawn made the news. They posted on their Facebook page. Yep. Yep, he did. Over his DUI. I also heard his Facebook page says that he's a public figure. I bet anything, if Dawn sends him, Benny's probably going to ask Dawn to sign that shirt that he sent him. Does he think these people treat him like he's a celebrity? He's not a celebrity. Yeah, I played the news clip. Both sisters said that Jeannie was brave enough to bring it up because it could directly relate to Summer's disappearance. It isn't that hard to understand. Exactly, April. That's exactly why it was brought up. And I think that's a very reasonable reason for it to be brought up, as if there needs to be any type of reason. There doesn't need to be any reason, but it's up to them to choose if they want to talk about it or not, or bring it up. And, Summer's gonna, if any, it's sad that if Summer does not come back safe, which I hate talking like that, but at least she probably saved her brother's lives. And she also is going to get justice for Mary and Jeannie. And who knows what else. So at least if something bad happened to her, at least her life was not in vain. There was a lot of good that came out of a tragedy. And probably way more, domino effect of such a horrible thing. Horrible event. We got her three brothers that are safe now. More than likely, probably won't be going back to the wells. I mean, they have the opportunity. I mean, this arrest doesn't look good, but they do have the opportunity. It's from what it seems, and possibly, Summer, if Summer isn't found or something bad happened to her, then also, if Don did this or did something, he'll be in prison and he won't be able to hurt anybody ever again like that. Like he did Mary and Jeannie. And possibly, I don't know. My heart hurts for Summer. All the BS in her case. She deserves so much better. Summer is such a beautiful little girl. They were told to stop drinking. It's easier said than done. Addiction is hard. And I do feel bad for anybody struggling in addiction. It's very hard. But there's medications in these days that to help people get through it, to help with the withdrawals and stuff like that wasn't available, before. Those boys, in my opinion, will never go back. Right? Who thinks, why? Tell me why. I hate being like this because, I have it done on my panel, and it's just I hate saying this, but they know they screwed up so bad with their first couple children that they had with different spouses. Why did they decide? Why did they keep popping them out one after another? You're not the best. You're not really parent material. And you even say you didn't want kids anyways. You could have taken a little tiny pill daily and avoided that, ruining other kids' lives. I don't get that. Why do people not learn after? I understand messing up on one and then hopefully learning before it's too late, changing around before you lose all your child's childhood. because you're screwing up. But I would think people would learn after one, like if they haven't straightened their life up or if they don't have their other kid, to not keep popping them out. Sorry. I know that's like could be offensive to some. I'm not saying like I just don't understand like not learning from past mistakes. I mean, we're not talking 1 or 2 children here. We're talking 6. Good question. It's my understanding that one can get free birth control, foam, condoms, pills from county health department if you are poor. Yeah, and it's not just like me being like especially, judgmental or cruel or whatever, because I've definitely made my mistakes. But it's all about like learning from them and not doing that again, especially when it comes to a child. Especially since they sit here and say, well, we didn't even want kids and then we ended up having 4. Oh, Mary's wanting to come up. Well, here's the link for Mary. If she wants to, only if she wants to. I don't want her to feel like, because I just feel bad because every time she goes in a chat, people are asking her to come up and stuff like that, While she's deciding on whether or not to come up, I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick. Summer saved her brothers. They are safe and where they belong. I hope Dawn and Candace never get them back. They deserve to live their childhoods away from their distant fun. Yeah, I hope they don't give them back either. I don't think that they're going to. It's just they're too engulfed in their addiction that I just don't think it's going to happen. And if it does happen, it's going to be, I mean, gosh, the oldest one is what? Is he 13 now? I mean, he was 12 when his sister went missing, so that's only like a few more years, so 6 more years or 5 or 6 more years till he's out of the home. I know, and like I feel kind of bad saying anything negative like that because I know addiction's hard. I know it is. There's Mary. Hey.
Hi. Hey, Ziggy, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Oh, wait, no, I do hear an echo. I was like, oh, I don't hear an echo. So how do you feel about all this going on?
Well, when I woke up this morning and I seen that you were still doing your live, and talking saying that Donnie had out already, I was like, what? Already? Because I thought that they had to at least wait till morning, but I don't know how it works down there, but yeah, I was pretty disappointed, but oh well, I guess.
Somebody's saying that there's a fake troll or there's an interview room troll in the chat that is not really I guess there's a interview room in the chat, but it's not really. Chris McDonough is what. Oh, Prayer Garden's here. She says children are a blessing from God. I believe every human has a right to life, even if they do have selfish, worthless, no good parents. I agree. I'm trying to look at this interview room account and see if it's really a. I don't know. I don't see it right now. I'll have to be on the lookout for it. But anyways, yeah, he was only in jail for 7 hours. So So yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to comment on that. Where everybody's saying that he has guns and stuff. In one conversation that I had with him over the phone, he told me that he did have a muzzleloader in his glove box, and that's legal for him to have, even though he's a felon, because it is a muzzleloader. He just wasn't supposed to have it loaded, but according to Donnie, he said it was loaded. But in one conversation that I had with him, he told me that he did have guns in the house. He said he had like 4 guns in the house. So I don't know if all 4 of them guns are muzzleloaders, because I believe that's all he's allowed to have.
Is he allowed to have them in his vehicle though? I thought he wasn't allowed to have them in his vehicle.
I'm not quite sure about that. I don't know. I don't know. But for them to drop all the charges and everything on having the guns and everything, I kind of don't understand that part, why they did that. But I can see them dropping the charges, or Candace dropping the charges a couple days later or whatever. I can see that happening, but not with the gun thing. So I don't know, but I don't know what the laws are in Tennessee. So
well, somebody said in the chat that he did get charged for the gun thing. That I didn't think he did, but that he got like some community service and like probation. I don't know. I don't find it on his record. Do you know if that got dropped? It doesn't make sense to me. Like, how does? Also, they didn't charge him with a DUI. Weren't the cops there when he pulled in the driveway drunk as hell like last year?
yeah, that's what I heard. I mean, I heard he was drunk, when they found him, or when he came back or whatever. And then they found that gun in his truck. But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. It is so crazy. It's like sometimes I listen to all this stuff and it's like, are you kidding me? What is going on?
Somebody's saying, in my opinion, you should not disrespect survivors, and Ziggy did. I don't know what you mean, James Jackson, but yeah, I don't know. He got out of that. He got very lucky. I don't know how he got on that. The only time I see people get out of stuff like that is if they snitch, I guess. But are you sick or something? You look like you've been crying. I hope you haven't been crying.
No, I'm not sick. And yes, I was crying earlier, but I'm okay.
Sorry, I just called you out. Sorry, I just like, I figure you probably just have a lot of, I'm sure you go through, it's hard, I'm sure. And I hate that. And I see now it makes sense why you were hurt by a comment, because maybe you were already like sensitive. But I'll change the subject. Anyways, yeah, I wonder who bonded him out. I mean, I'm assuming you didn't even know he was released, so you wouldn't know.
Anytime Donnie gets in trouble, goes to jail, anything, he immediately calls my dad to bail him out. It's been going on like that since he was 17, So I imagine he either called my dad or his sister to bail him out.
Can somebody bail out from Can somebody bail somebody out from a different state? I thought you had to be there and sign. Maybe he just sent the money. I don't know.
I was wondering about that too, because I thought you had to like meet up with the Bell's bondsman, and sign papers and everything. So I don't know, maybe, with all the technology today, maybe you can bond somebody out if you're in a different state. I don't know.
Somebody said Benny Keys couldn't bond out a mouse. Oh. Somebody, please. Oh. I know Prayer Garden's in the chat, but this is, I'm sorry. This is kind of, police should have put Prayer Garden in his cell and told him no release till he tells the truth. I don't know. Maybe Don might have liked that too much. I have no idea. Prayer Garden says, Melissa from Donald's neighborhood, are you jelly that you live there and still could not speak with nasty mudsack Donald and Candace? I tried contacting you last night, Prayer Garden. After you called me, I kept trying. I don't know if it was just late or whatever, but Emery thinks that they have money and that they're not poor. It's a crock of shit. I don't know. Do you think they have that? I mean, it was only the bond was $5,750. So, and I think they would probably only have to pay 10% on a bondsman, so like $575. I think Don said he has a few thousand in the bank account recently, so I mean, maybe. And Candace isn't on any type of I don't think she's on any type of probation or anything like that, so she should be able to sign his bond, I would think, because I think the stipulations is you can't be on probation and anything like that. So
Yeah, I don't know. I had an ex-boyfriend about 10 years ago that ended up getting pulled over, and I had to call a Bell's bondsman. We didn't have the money. His bail was only like, so it was, I believe it was $100 or $200 to get him out. But I ended up having to put, actually turn my, my title to my car over to the Bell's bondsman. Because I didn't have the money to bail him out. So they just took the title to my car until we could pay him off. So that could have happened too, if they didn't have the money or something.
yeah, somebody says Ronnie Lawson might have bailed him out. Arabian Horses Forever said that people can bond out themselves. I think that's only though if you have the full amount, like the full $5,750. I don't think you can pay, just take money yourself. I don't know how you would do that because you'd be in jail. How could you get to your money unless you had somebody bring the money down? I don't know. I think to bond yourself out, you have to pay the full amount. But I might be. Yeah, you have to pay the full amount because the 10% they do that with only if they can get a cosigner, like somebody who is signing saying that this person will be in court, and that's why they allow you to pay just the 10%. But you can't sign for your own, because if it's kind of like a backup thing. Like if the person doesn't go to jail or go to court, then you have to pay the full amount, like the full 5,750 or whatever, the difference. So does TBI know he has them? I'm not sure. Prayer Garden might have bonded him out. I love listening to Ziggy think through stuff. I know I do that out loud, Q. I'm like, I just like think stuff out. Sometimes I get myself in trouble on here doing that though, because yeah, I've got myself in trouble doing that before because sometimes I don't know, sometimes it can be bad. So let's see. Any questions, quick questions for Mary before she goes? We don't want to keep her forever, but do you know, well, you probably would not know anything about does anybody know about those drones that were over the house? Like, was that illegal, or was that illegal, or was that an illegal operation?
I haven't heard anything about, when people fly drones and stuff, I mean, your drone is basically in the air. So how could you be on private property? I don't, I kind of wondered about that. I don't know. Can anybody answer that for me?
Yeah, actually, they've ever since drones started become popular. I remember wanting to get I was wanting to get myself a drone. I remember, and at the time, I lived in kind of a really close knit, like it was like close neighborhood. Everything was close. Like, there was houses next to houses on my, and I think you have to get you have to be careful because you can't fly over other like houses and stuff. I don't think it is privacy issue, Loveland. There is laws about that. And I know the family has something about it on the family YouTube page about, I haven't watched that video yet, about these drones that were flown. But then I had one person tell me it was EquiSearch. So, I mean, I'm sure EquiSearch, if it was EquiSearch, they'd have permission. But then I also saw that it was somebody, I don't know, I saw these Twitter posts by this nerdy addict or something like that. And is that who it was? What's going on? Is Prayer Garden starting crap in the Prayer Garden's always, she likes to stir it. Q Carlick says they have to obey the same rules in the sky. Yeah. Ziggy's mods love to hate me. What are you doing, Robert? Yeah, I think you can get in trouble being too low over someone's property. I don't know. I think there is some type of laws. Took my private jet down there and bonded him out. Monday we start looking for lawyers. Only showing love. Okay. There is something I want to ask you, like privately at Prayer Garden. We lost Mary, I think. JS for Justice is watching Doug's content from last night, bashing him, Josh and CM for getting Dawn drunk. What? Can't believe she's blaming them. Like, they should have known better. Stop making excuses for Dawn, people. Oh, wait. Here, I'll drop she might not. I can drop her the link real quick again if she wants to come back up. I forgot. She probably doesn't know. The link's probably way up there by now. Here, I guess I could pin it for her. Robert Johnson's asking for a wrench. Why was Donna in jail? Drinking and driving. Sorry, I got kicked out. If you want to come back, Mary, it's pinned to the top. But if not, it's fine. Don't feel obligated. Looks like you were getting ready for the day. So if you don't feel like it, it's cool. Is that true? That is nuts. He was on for what? All of 10 minutes? I got pissed and left. Jay for Dust is bashing Chris and Doug in the lab. Real, I can't. You guys, I've been so disappointed in Jay's for Justice lately. First of all, she teamed up with these losers. Like, I hate saying that about Cher. Like, okay, it's mainly Benny. Like, when I say this, she said, Mary said, I'm just getting up and starting my day. Think about doing a video on my own. Oh, homemade potato salad. Are you going to do a live, or are you going to do like just an upload? Let's find Mary's. Hold on. Mary's link. Mary Harmon's dinner, drinks, and tasty treats. Mary Hartman dinner and drinks. Oh, yeah, you got your 1,000 subscribers. That's going to be so good. Oh, I was just looking at her channel a little bit. She has her, she's like, it said Bloody Marys with my daughter. Here, let me get this link for you guys. Hey, Prayer Garden. There's if Prayer Garden's up here, did she want to come up for like 10 minutes? Not long. I said just for like 10 minutes before we end it. Mary said she's really excited. So it's gonna be live. Thank you, Hakuna, for posting that. Mary's channel. See, Robert Johnson says, see, Ziggy's mods are making fun of me because I don't have a wrench. Dawn almost ran off the road while being in the live stream, taking Candace to the hospital for an anxiety attack. See, where did this anxiety attack thing come from? Because now I'm so confused because we just listened to it on a video, and you hear him say, I was on the phone arguing with my wife. Oh my gosh. Melissa in Tennessee has some funny comments sometimes. Doug said that is what Dawn told him on the phone. Oh. She said she can't right now because she has family visiting. Anxiety attack equals alcohol poisoning. Oh, really? Oh, does alcohol, when you drink, are you more susceptible to alcohol or panic attacks? Huh. I wouldn't think that would be true, but I would think that would be kind of opposite. I would think alcohol would help with anxiety attack. Well, alcohol always gave me really bad anxiety, especially when I was starting to come down off from the alcohol. I would have really bad anxiety and my heart would race. So she said excess, drinking in excess. Yes. Yeah, withdrawals definitely can cause anxiety attacks, especially probably withdrawal from alcohol. Well, probably withdrawal from anything actually can cause anxiety attacks, I would think. But alcohol, like, I don't know. It always made me feel like I said, I don't drink it. I don't even drink like a little bit anymore. I haven't even had one drink in like, it's probably been like 3-4 years ago since I even had one drink. But yeah, I used to drink a lot and party a lot in my 20s. But when I would try, alcohol would make it so I would pass out and then I would wake up after a couple hours and my heart would be racing and it would be this horrible anxiety. So it was like the come down off of alcohol. Robert No, Robert Johnson. Yeah, Robert is just now. I think he's just full of it. You know, people think you are a baddie and embrace it. Side attack was all an excuse. What is Prayer Garden saying now? There was no attacks other than that store run to get more booze. Prayer Garden, are you being told with 100% certainty? Are you believing what you're being told with 100% certainty? It seems you do. Sometimes it does seem like that. Naltrexone is a drug. If you know about that, stop the cravings of drugs and alcohol, it works. It does absolutely work. It absolutely works very well for alcohol and and opiates. I don't know about other drugs, but alcohol and opiates. Yeah, I get it. Ziggy, I love you, but what does Prayer Garden have on you? We don't need her opinion every day. What? I don't know. What do you have on me, Prayer Garden? You can spill it here. You can say it's okay. Just spill it. No, people like this a lot. Trust, when I have Prayer Garden on, people like listening to her. Seriously, it brings a lot of It brings a lot of people. As much as people like trolls as she gets, though. Too. I mean, there is a lot of people that come in here when she's on. So, and I haven't talked to her a few days. She did call me last night, but I was dealing with my daughter was kind of being we had a little issue there with my daughter, and I had to put the phone down, and then the phone she kept breaking up and stuff. So I didn't get a chance to really talk to her. And before that, I didn't talk to her for a few days. So what kind of trolls though, Emre? Because I don't mind trolls about me. I don't want any negative. I mean, I don't want any trolls that are, talking trash to me deleted or timed out. Like, because it does not bug me. I wasn't even going to have mods. And I understand, like, if somebody doesn't want to be a mod, it's totally understandable. If it's like, because I know this is like kind of a drama channel. Says, I love seeing she does what she wants with her own channel and without trying to be like other creators. She's got her own lane. Oh, thank you, Chris. 317. I try to be a little bit different, but it's just, I mean, besides that, I just also wanted something where everybody could speak. So I have to try to uphold that, and not, I mean, obviously, I don't know. It's like a gray area. I don't want people timed out for their opinions, but, I guess there's that gray area. Like I don't know. True crime and Well, the thing is, it naturally comes with true crime because of the differing opinions in true crime. I mean, it just drama is true crime without drama. Good luck. Okay, I thought it said with drama. True crime with drama. Good luck. Yeah, it's just. I mean, it's drama is very much involved with true crime. Oh, thank you, Ms. Kronick. Yeah, I'm very thankful to Don B because he was the first creator to ever send people to my channel. Now the mods are calling people Karens. We got a tattleteller in the chat. I'm not saying you can't time out people. It's just with, be extra lenient compared to other channels is what I'm saying. Much extra lenient. Does that even make sense? Much more lenient, I should say. You're being a Keith Ken. That's right. You should give me a wrench because I observe and report. I know a few drama-free true crime channels. Which one, Snellybug? Yes, I do. Well, I know who Natasha is. Don't get me started on that one. Oh, is that the fake interview room right there? How can you tell? Stop this. Yeah, that's not real interview room. Thank you, beautiful disaster. See, like really, it's so easy to focus on the negative in the chat and stuff, but there's so much more positive than negative, right? April, Natasha is a train wreck, right? Judy Ron is drama free, I guess. Yeah, that's true. Trash, says Loveland. Yeah, you're right. Judy Ron is drama free, but he has that niche. Like his is, pretty much reporting. He has experience as in law enforcement. He has lots of years experience, and so he's able to make a different type of true crime. He's able to, post facts and report facts because of his experience. And he's a facts channel, He's a more education true crime channel. I mean, we try to, get to the bottom of the truth here, but somebody like Judy Ron is going to be much more facts based because they're just able to because they have that experience. Oh wow, Venomous Silverback said methadone caused me no withdrawals when I dropped it in February this year. No DTs or withdrawal like I had before. I was never on it for the replacement of another drug either. Sciatica at 26. Oh, so you were on it for pain. Wow, you had no withdrawals? That's crazy. Ziggy, now your mods are making fun of other creators. I kind of like this Robert guy. He's kind of funny. Yeah, he doesn't do like really speculation. Now, I mean, he does a little bit, but not really. Oh, did you send me multiple emails? It's okay. Now, when you guys email me, make sure you put your username. What's mugshot look? It wouldn't let me open it up because it's not my account. Anyways, guys, give Robert a wrench. Methadone is supposed to be like the worst withdrawals, but used longer term than it's supposed to be. Then used longer term than it's supposed to. Ziggy, your mod just flipped me off. I have an alcohol addiction I'm breaking at the moment. Oh, well, I'll pray that you're able. I mean, I know it's very difficult, and the fact that you're able to recognize it is the first step. Oh, wow. Did you have horrible withdrawals? No. He had a big bottle of R&R on the label and was drinking from the bottle way before he went out driving, and Candace was throwing stuff at him. Oh, she was annoyed. I mean, I don't blame her. I get why she didn't want him on there, especially with Chris McDonough, but whatever. Robert, aka Penny. I don't know. I laughed my ass off watching BK try to do research to out someone. He couldn't research his own way out of paper bag, right? Yeah. That's awesome. It's very, very difficult because the withdrawals off of opiates are painful. Like the worst pain you could ever imagine. You know, it's a different, it's just a very uncomfortable feeling. She's that sick. That's why she's throwing stuff at him. Yeah. Suboxone is a horrible drug. It's heroin in a pharmaceutical pill. Is substituting one opiate with another ginormous opiate. No, no way. No, it's not even. It's a it's not like prescription heroin. You're talking like methadone. No. There's such a stigma around Suboxone when it's actually like can be very beneficial. And even methadone, some people, if used correctly, we had somebody in the chat that they used were able to get off that successfully. It's not a huge opiate. It's like, it's a semi-antagonist. Isn't that what the word is for it? It's not like a full opiate. It's, let's see, how do they put it? Even though this is not about like that here. Oh, my daughter. I don't know. I started to look up Suboxone, but it's not. It's not a full opiate. It's called a partial, or I forget the word. Anyways, I'm getting trained in all this stuff, like starting next month for certified recovery specialist, and then I'm also going to be certified in opioid family. What's the word for it? Opioid family recovery, something like that. Special, I forget the word for it, but something completely different. Yeah. Oh, thank you. But anyways, guys, I'll let you guys go. Thanks for hanging out this morning with me. You guys have a great day. The account. Okay, Curiosity Shop. Okay, that sounds good. Sorry if you can hear my daughter yell. She gets on these games and she gets a little crazy. Yeah, it is harder to come off of, but I mean, so people say. But yeah, you guys have a great day, and maybe I'll see you tonight. I am going to be asking that person for permission to show part of their conversation they did have with Grandis for a couple months, where she is obviously believes that Dawn did something, is involved somehow with Summer's disappearance. And she also says that she wants Candace to wish Dawn would get arrested so that Candace can move on, or, live without him. She is not like Dawn. So I just had to have permission if I could. I think I saw a person in the chat. But yeah, the person, I'm waiting for permission to show some of those. And anyways. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for hanging out.